Why, hello there, folk, and welcome back to the world of Alchestria. In our last session, we spent some time discussing leveling and such, as we're all new to Pathfinder, and that was about 30 or so minutes or so. We're going to quickly go over which upgrades we took at the beginning of the session, and then we shall venture forth. Hola!
Hello.
Alrighty. We can do this very quickly, essentially however you want. We'll start with Kane, since you kind of already said it out of the recording, but for the three of you, we went super in-depth last session as to the upgrades we took. We'll just very quickly go over what we grabbed. So at your level, Kane grabbed the Chrono Skimmer dedication. And you were saying a second ago, basically what you did to like attune to this and acquire it.
Yeah, I was gonna go back to the disgusting spider cave, being scared the whole time, and go back to the like magic circle and try to like turn it into like a time magic circle and try to like fuse it with myself.
Excellent, excellent. You do find, I say a few things while you're there, Kane. This, we'll just call it a place of power. It's incredibly unique. It's not like anything you've seen before or experienced before, and you feel as if there's definitely more here, to the point where maybe if given, the opportunity, definitely let like the townsfolk know. Don't let anyone come to this cave for multiple reasons. The spider, and also no one should be touching this thing. So call the local authority if you see anyone near this cave. It's definitely something important.
I was going to ask, by the way, if it's a place of power, and I read this yesterday, literally.
Mm-hmm.
He can use it for rituals, can't he?
Most likely, yeah. Yeah, rituals are weird. They kind of take a whole kit and caboodle.
They take a lot, but at the same time, useful.
Yep.
If you ever want to resurrect us or something.
Indeed.
Can I do that as a wizard?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you might need to take ritual stuff, but I'm not entirely sure how that works.
Yeah, I can double check, but basically rituals are something you just do. Now, you need like people, you need money, you need all these things, and the money scales depending on the level of the person resurrecting, etc., etc. But a lot of the resurrection stuff and like big magic, it just requires people that are competent and then rolling, and then if you fail, then hopefully nothing horrible happens. But yeah.
Yeah, I think you need like one person to actually do the ritual, and then a bunch of like supporters or something.
Yep.
And we have items and all that stuff.
Yep. You need items.
I think
you need
places
people.
of power can make it easier or something, so you never know.
So you know this location is something spicy, Kane, so definitely worth jotting down. Vega, yours is very simple. What did you do to get closer to your god and become a soul forger?
I mean, I prayed to her, then I went to sleep, and I had a dream about the super awesome sword.
I mean, don't we all just want that?
Yeah, but when I woke up, bam, there was a sword.
Same sword though, right?
Really? Not even a weird dream or anything?
It was a super awesome dream about a sword.
And then you woke up and you were holding it. It's like, what? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
It almost burnt the entire tavern down.
not a big deal. It's a new weapon then. It looks the same as your old one,
I'm
two-handed.
pretty sure it's a summoned weapon.
Excellent. Have you thought of a description for this blade yet, or no?
It's glowy and icy looking.
I would have never guessed.
Please, Bunny, you couldn't describe that for me without asking.
I would have never guessed that you'd make something
Thunder
icy.
Fury.
That's just so shocking.
I hate you so much.
Crazy.
Truly stretching her role-playing legs. Okay.
Such a fiery personality, and then she gets an ice sword. Vega's
Indeed.
pissed.
All right. And Arbalist, you now have a friend. How did you come about
Yes.
this boy?
Well, I was going to make it simple, but I might as well dip into my background, or my ancestry, rather.
Sure.
So, Duskwalkers have this thing where, since they come from effectively the Soul Lands, they tend to attract attention from the keepers, the psychopomps, like the soul wardens. And while he was testing his new crossbow in the woods, he came across one of those who was doing his duty. And they ended up talking, and those entities tend to know things. So he led him to, a cute little hyena puppy that was effectively left for dead, the runt of the family, basically, the pack. And he basically told Arbalest that this is something you're interested in. And Arbalest agreed. He had a weird feeling that this made sense. He was used to training, dogs, I guess. So he took him in and started training him.
Man, if I was on the fence about giving Flint a death saving roll, that just sealed it. Thank you.
We like runts over here.
How dare you?
One death save.
If Flint hits 0, I'm not gonna have him just die. I'll have him just basically go unconscious and sad puppy, and then maybe like a death save, or maybe he's just unconscious. Yeah, just because I don't want him to die.
That's why I took the heal.
Make him immortal.
So.
Yes, yeah. So preferably don't let him get to 0, but if he does, I'll be lenient because I don't like killing pets.
Strong, you know.
Oh, of course. But like if I
he
get
has pretty good AC and he's a lot of health, and he's going to get stronger only from this point. So you know.
Very true, but you crit for 30, and so did Vega, and none of you have that much health. So if you can crit for 30, I can crit for 30. Sometimes
can also crit for 30.
True, but it doesn't prevent him from exploding.
Yeah.
Accidents happen.
You don't like killing pets, and I've already killed 3 in my game.
I mean,
are you for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're me.
So one of them was a flying cat that died, got resurrected, and then died again because they were done with it. So
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, have you heard of some of the more evil things you can do in Pathfinder?
Oh yeah, you can make your pet a bomb.
Yeah. Final sacrifice. And the thing is, if you are a witch or a sorcerer, I think you get a familiar, which automatically returns after a day.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do it every single day.
Oh, that's so mean.
Yeah, I mean, the spell is technically labeled evil, so you know.
Oh yeah, it's super evil. So the final sacrifice is only level 2 as well. It's so it has to be a creature with the minion trait. They literally just explode, violently explode. It's immediately slain, and it does 66 fire damage to all creatures within 20 feet of it. Basically, it's a walking fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
So if you're familiar, it's like, later, dweeb!
That's really good for level 2.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's literally just fireball.
Mean.
Yeah.
I mean, at least if you do too much, your DM can come at you as your patron and go like, okay, stop doing that or I'm going to kill you.
I have to keep making new ones. Come on! You're killing me, kid. Alrighty, so yes, in this time we have new friend, we have new magics, and we have new sword. All fantastic, wonderful things. We spent some time training. Arbalest now has better weapon, better firearm, fortunately. Vega, your sword is effectively the same unless you summon it.
Where's my gun?
And alright.
When do I get a gun?
Dual wielding gun, please, thank you. Y'all basically gave that little quill to the Legraves, told them to look at it. They told you, specifically Vega, since you guys have you specifically have rubbed elbows with Archer before, he could basically possibly take a look at it. After some time, he effectively agreed to, and were you guys to swing by the Legraves again, they would tell you to meet really quick with Litra, and she can basically tell you, like, what's up, and then she can send you guys on your way if you'd like. He agreed to meet with you all.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Alrighty, excellent. Belwan would effectively give you guys all that information. He would thank you guys again for finding Omen in one piece, fortunately. His room is...
Very fortunately.
Very fortunately. His room is his room again and not storage. Go him. They definitely weren't cleaning it out.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. They would never do that.
Why would they ever do that?
I can't imagine, because they wouldn't. And with that, so... yeah, you guys can move around this place. There are walls and such. The doors work. I have everything snapped to the grid, so it might be slightly weird, as in a wall might be a few feet up, but it should be good otherwise. So Vega, Belwan just let you basically know to meet with Litra. She is in the door to your guys' south and then to the east. So she's basically one room over. Is Flint just running around in people's beds?
Wait, yeah. Which door?
The door to your south.
This one.
The one that's not a bedroom.
Oh, hello, Flint.
Vega is definitely
with us and not Arbalest.
Same thing.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Vega, you are very well familiar with this place. As she runs into a corner, tricking her friends. She knows it's the door to the east.
Vega, where are we going?
As she's exercising.
Vega.
Yeah, morning steps.
Yeah, morning steps.
I don't like exercising.
Ken gets one room in and gets bored. All right. When you find it, start yelling and I'll chase your voice.
Yep.
Yes. But you know this is basically her room where she just kind of she does her magic shit, effectively. Vega, you're not 100% sure how it works, but, you know, you've spoken with her. You dueled with her, I believe, actually, a while back. She fireballed you guys. Or ice, I don't know. One of the two. She nuked you. And you, sizably nuked her back, so yay.
Ooh, I want to creep around in this room.
If anyone would feel very comfortable in this room, it would indeed be you, Kane. And as you all kind of look around, she gives a wave to the three of you. She's seen two of you before, new dog, and she's just like, okay, cool dog. And Vega, she kind of shows you one over, and she has a letter, and he already has the quill, apparently. He's been looking at it, but basically she has a, you know, you may approach letter. She goes, hey, how we doing? Been a while since, well, you and I have done anything.
It has indeed. How's it going for you?
Pretty solid, I would say. Nose deep in research and such. There's, well, a lot going on with the family, and we're busy. So, fun for me, but boring for others.
Anything to do with the dead or other stuff?
Yeah, that... Definitely keep quiet about that. I think they already told you prior. Like, what you found down there, don't talk about it too much.
Yeah, that's given.
Yeah, effectively. You can obviously speak plainly with the rest of us, but... And she kind of looks around a little bit. Obviously, the room is empty. Really only bring it up with the family members that you trust. So, you know, myself, the ones that you're closer to, and, you know, of course, Ma and Pa. But everyone else, I don't know, just whether or not to worry them, or in case the wrong ear is here, just don't bring it up. It's something that we're trying to look into, and we don't want, like I said, the church getting wind of it too quickly, at least.
I mean, this is important to me too, so yeah.
Very much so. The little item you found, apparently Arthur was very interested in it, but he wouldn't tell me anything. So, as she hands you the missive, you should be able to meet with him just fine. He's free for today only. And apparently, I don't know how busy he is, but he thinks it's been a while since he's seen you, Vega. So, man must be incredibly busy.
I'm going to think it's been, what, 6 months?
It hasn't been that long, yeah. I mean, 6 months is a while, but...
I mean, I guess if you're busy, it probably feels like a long time, which he probably very is.
Very much so. And she said, just hand this to the guard at the front. I'm sure you know how this works. You've been there once before. And he should be meeting with you for just today. I will say, he seemed excited about this little thing that we found. So whatever it is, it's definitely something quite nice. I would like to study it myself, but I'll be honest, it's a little over my head.
All right, let's get going.
Alrighty, good luck.
Thanks.
Alrighty, and with that, you all are free to leave.
I don't want to leave. There's magic stuff here.
There isn't magic stuff here. But there's more interesting magic stuff at Arthur's place. Not that he'll let you read it.
Yeah, I will shove you out. You're about to meet an archmage?
He's a big boy, yeah. So you have indeed been here before, Miss Vega. He handed out some items to y'all. You guys helped him with something, and he like partially wiped your memory, but you still remember what you did. You just don't remember the precise details of it. So effectively, everything is the same, at least for Vega and friends who are not in the room. I keep wanting to say not with us, and it sounds like y'all died. You definitely didn't.
Yeah, please don't word it that way.
Not physically with us.
Umbra does not exist anymore in this world because Dragonborn do not exist in Pathfinder.
Weirdly, they don't, but I say they do, so we're good. It was a
Dragonborn.
Kobolds are a lot better in Pathfinder as well, so you know.
Kobolds are super cool, but they're tiny?
Yeah.
I love that. They look great. I love their art. They're so cool looking. But I want a big dragon man that's not a lizard. I love lizard folk. They're super cool. So guess what? Dragon folk exist in this world. Yay, because they already did. I'm only taking some of the Pathfinder lore. So the rest of it is really well written, but dear God, it's hundreds and thousands of pages to read through. So yep. Pain. Anyway, yeah, pain. It's
adopt some Starfinder characters because I think they have like different ones as well.
There's a lot Starfinder. Anyway, so with all that, you head over to where you know the tower of Arthur Fenwick to be, Vega. It is as large as you remember. And to get in, this time he's not here to show you in, but one of his automatons is on the outside, and his hand is just kind of always extended. You are very well aware that most normal folk will not approach this tower because, well, they know who resides in it, and you don't pull pranks on this guy, you don't mess with him, it's just really stupid. You hand the missive to this automaton standing in the front of Arthur's tower. It takes a moment, and it almost sounds like the missive's like sucked into his hand via some foral like wind. And you can hear some like clicking and gyrating and such. And after a moment, the two massive stone doors in front of you begin to shift as they slide inward for the three of you to enter.
I'll walk in. Reminder, be polite.
Okay.
Proceeds to be rude. Hey, old man!
I know, right?
Oh.
All right.
All right, so that's how this goes. Good to know, I guess.
Vega really wants to play the new character.
What?
Nah.
I just bet Flint. Don't be like her.
Vega's teaching Flint by showing him the worst thing to do.
Exactly.
And then Flint spins.
Dog spin. Dog do a good spin.
Spin. If I spin, am I a dog?
Sure. They're a beast. They're a beast folk. You can change the way you look. So deep down, Kane's a furry. We all now know this.
Oh.
Or is it a fur?
Good to know.
Not what I was going for at all. I hate it here now.
Not canon. All right. As you all enter, there's a few little automatons moving about. You see, your standard little broom just kind of moving about. The three of you enter. It stops. The stem of the broom kind of bows to you all and then motions for you to follow it up a set of stairs. This room is just books and shit and just bottom floor, lack of organization. Not looking too hot. It's about the same as you remember from last time, though, Vega.
I walk by like this is nothing new.
And as it shows you guys up the stairs, the broom very pathetically climbs the stairs. It is a very sad ordeal. You guys are easily able to pass it. And by the time the three of you all reach the very top of the stairs, you see Arthur walking down an opposite set of stairs in the room on the second floor. He's reading through something. He, without looking at you all, gives you guys a quick wave, takes a seat at the head of the table and motions for you all to sit down.
I'll sit.
As you all are sitting, the broom finally reaches the top, looks around, kind of and then moves back downstairs.
Thanks, bud.
Arthur smiles at that and says, Vega, it's been a while since I've seen you.
It has. I heard you've been busy.
As always. I see we have new friends.
Yes, this is Kane, an arbalist, and Flint is a little guy.
It's a pleasure to meet you all.
I will wave while I look towards anything that I could possibly try to read.
There's a lot on his table. Some of it goes over your head. Some of it you very much understand. It is maybe it's somewhat odd that he's leaving relatively important papers out like this, but, he kind of glances over you all and says, but I can dispense with the formalities quickly, Vega. Are these two friends as trustable as the others that we met with before?
I like them quite a lot, so I think so.
Then I will trust your judgment with that.
I will eyeball them very suspiciously.
Why would you do that?
If it's any consolidation, I don't remember anything of my past anyway, so I can't really betray you or anything.
He nods at that. Fair enough. Well, we can quickly get to it then. And he holds one hand out as he puts the papers down that he was reading. With a quick flick of his wrist, suddenly he is holding on to the quill. And he points it towards you, Vega, and says, this was the item. You wanted me to have a gander at, yes?
Yeah, that's the one. Is he touching it barehanded?
He's wearing gloves.
Okay.
And you probably react, look at his hand, and he notices that you do that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he kind of smirks, okay, And you already explained where we found this from, etc., etc. And he kind of taps the table with it, gives a little bit of a wiggle, looks at it, and then flicks his hand again, and suddenly it's gone. Says, well, you found a very interesting trinket, just floating about. Fortunately, it's in our hands now. I'm not sure if the individual meant to leave it behind. In its current state, I would almost say, yes, he did. Fortunately, you're not someone to be messed with. You're smart.
Thank you.
He nods. He says...
She only almost died twice.
I look a little overly smug about this.
He nods and continues. Well, you see, this item here is actually quite powerful. The problem with it is that it's currently corrupt. The individual was probably hoping that you would allow it to sink into a wound or tinker with it. For the uninitiated, this could have been quite, shall we say, gruesome. Fortunately, you know the right people, and being smart as you are, you're able to procure it in precisely the most pristine way. So congratulations.
I'm not.
I can, of course, fix this item for you. No charge, of course. I would ask you to do something for me, though.
Absolutely. Anything?
Anything. Perfect. I assume your two friends are down as well?
I would like to hear what the item is before we make any commitments, but...
I mean, I'm going to ask that no matter what, but any commitment is fine.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I do hope none of you are too squeamish. But this item here, fair. You see, this item is meant to inhabit the user.
In its corrupted state or non-corrupted state?
Both. You see, in its corrupted state, it would most likely dig in, possibly attach to your brainstem, your heart, anything vital, and it would attempt to take control of you while rotting you from the inside. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that fate. But if one were to fix the corruption, which I can do, here for you now, actually, with an item that you are quite familiar with, Vega.
Oh?
Indeed. Unfortunately, I'm running low. I can explain in just a moment, but with what I currently have, you were able to help me in the past, much, much more than you know. And for that, I shall be repaying that debt. You see, once I'm able to fix this, any of you are able to procure it, of course. Maybe close your eyes, take a quick nap, because it's going to, well, I'll be blunt, burrow into your skin. It will essentially become part of you, yes.
Hold up. I want that to happen?
Well, in its non-corrupted state, yes, you do. Well, I guess it depends on how reckless you've been, Vega.
Reckless is my middle name.
He smirks at that kind of knowing, and says then, well, for you this would be quite potent then. Let's just say these are incredibly difficult to create, so its original crafter clearly meant to spread chaos with it. Fortunately, we're smarter than that, so we can corrupt it, I guess, from its current state into something that we can actually use. Let's just say once this thing is fused with you, it'll be good for your health. Incredibly difficult to remove, of course, but for someone like you, I would say it's worth it.
Okay, but what does it do?
I mentioned before, it's good for your health. While you might not see anything in combat, any wounds or bruises, breaks that you might experience, this thing, while inside you, is able to mend them at a fascinatingly quick rate.
Oh, that's useful.
Downsides? Usually there's downsides to stuff like that.
And can it be corrupted once it's in there?
No. Once it is part of you, it is indeed part of you. The removal process would be quite difficult. You would either need a very, very skilled surgeon, or someone who is very well versed, someone that you trust in the arcane arts, and preferably a surgeon off to the side as well in case you bleed out. It will attempt to fuse with you, like I said. In terms of downsides, to my knowledge, that is the only downside. That and having something squirming inside you isn't exactly everyone's cup of tea, yes?
I cringe a little bit at that.
Me? Squeamish? Vega? No.
You did ask.
Arbalest is just like thinking and then looking at his hand with his massive tattoo and goes like, I guess.
As you gaze at that tattoo, Arbalest, Vega, and Kane, you can see Archer is watching Arbalest look at his tattoo while he's like looking at it. Arbalest, you don't catch Archer watching. By the time you look back up, he's already looking away from you. And he just sort of nods at that and says, well, the first thing I would need you to do for me is apologies to the new folk here, but essentially, I would need you to prove yourselves. The world is dangerous, as I'm sure you're aware. I need to make sure you're up for the task, yes?
That's fair.
Sounds reasonable.
Good. Know that this is indeed a controlled environment. Anytime I run tests, he pauses for a second and thinks. With willing subjects, they will tend to not expire, unless that is on the table, of course. So, things should be just fine, yes?
That was an odd phrasing, Mr. Arthur.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, simply, all I need you to do is head upstairs and acquire, let's see, a book for me. The second volume of this series. He whips his hand again and shows you a green book with like gold embossed letters in the front. It says volume 1, and just motions for the stairs and says, I need volume 2, effectively.
We're getting a book he owns from his own library?
He nods.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
sure that sounds simpler than it is, so let's
go.
See.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna really take in what the book looks like, so I can spot it easier, I guess.
Excellent. And as
I'm now tracking the book.
I'm now tracking book. As you all head up, you are met with a relatively same-sized room. Something you very quickly notice upon entering the room is that the lights are fairly bright on the walls that are burning. It's, now that you're all moving around, near the stairs, there's clearly a wall you can put your hand on or lean on. But when you're sitting in the middle of the room, and now that you're walking up to this new room, you guys are just passing by the backside of what seems to be a bookcase. There's another bookcase to the east of that one, and there's a small walkway for you guys to kind of, slink on through in between. And then there's just books and shit everywhere. It takes you all a second. But you can see it kind of just sitting there, plain as day. Effectively, you guys are probably thinking, oh, it's, hidden or whatever. No, it's just kind of sitting right there on the floor. And as you guys move on in, you hear some of like a creaking. And it's subtle, but slowly grows louder and louder. And you're getting closer to this book to pick it up. But as you do, you're getting further away, or the book is growing larger. It's difficult to tell. But those walls before, you kind of realize that maybe there are no walls, and what was lighting this room were just like fire. It's the more and more you think about it, the more the size of this room just makes no sense. Like, there are no walls and there is no ceiling. And you guys end up walking to this book, and it is large, to say the least. By the time you finally caught up to it, it's probably about the size of you, Vega, actually. Bigger than you.
Oh no, did we shrink?
As you look around, I can answer your question. Yes, you very much 100% did indeed shrink. You guys are standing basically in the middle of a small-ish room, surrounded by other books and such. All the lights flicker, only out for a second. When they reignite, they are suddenly green and burning relatively fiercely.
This complicates matters.
A bit.
As you're all looking at this book, you hear that creaking grow louder and louder, as suddenly behind you, you hear it was metal. Something heavy, boot steps on the wood floor. And it turns the corner, standing in that small little alleyway between bookshelves. You see a large figure carrying a spear, standing almost as if at guard, watching you all.
Does he look threatening?
You're getting that vibe. And it looks towards your group. It gives you all a bow. And as it does, let's see. You notice that, these bookshelves are quite a bit larger than they were before. They're at least like 15 feet straight up. There is no way you can reach the top of these normally. While you did shrink, you didn't shrink by that much. This room is just weirdly sized. I don't know. It's very difficult to tell. But you see standing next to the bookshelf, near this handy fellow here, you see what seems to be, I don't know, a stuffed animal holding like a tea set, and it's looking down at you all as well. It too bows.
So it's moving?
Yes.
Oh, it's cute.
Is it huge, or is it our size?
It is currently smaller than you guys are. This suit of armor is slightly larger. You're pretty big, right, Vega?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Arbalest, you got pretty heavy armor on too, right? You're a pretty tall guy.
Yeah. Currently I don't have heavy armor, but
Yeah. So this is definitely an imposing figure, but the two of you got some meat to you, so he ain't that scary. But you can tell they both mean you violence, but more so in that's why he invited us up here kind of way.
I have to fight a cute stuffed animal with a tea set?
Yep.
Well, don't judge him on appearance. He is holding what looks like alchemy potions.
I guess that's true, yes. Hi.
This is fine.
The little Boonwee waves to you after daintily putting down the tea set, and then takes a step or two back, and you can see the metal figure take a step forward, grab its weapon, and point it toward you.
Well, I guess it's fighting time.
Like, we're here for the book. Where is it?
What are you oohing?
I want to summon my new sword.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited to use your new thing.
I'm excited to use my new thing.
The book is...
I'm going to use my new thing, too.
Ooh, the book is near you all. It's just it's about the size of Vega.
I mean, if we're not being attacked, we can carry it out.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, I guess not, because initiative was just rolled.
I want to destabilize my time stream because I just want to mess with it.
Sure. How exactly does that work?
I have to roll a DC 11 flat check, so I just roll a D20 and hope to beat an 11.
Effectively. 19,
which
yeah.
I do.
You do.
So my initiative is 19 plus initiative modifier.
Really?
Which is 25.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative, and I'll just set you to 25. And you said if you tie, you win, right? You rolled it anyway.
I win, yeah.
Oh, you know, I kind of feel bad because you just rolled 2 19s.
That's fine.
I don't think I should feel bad, but I kind of do. All right. Since you beat them, I'll just put you at 26.
This is fine.
I like how it says soulbound doll. Neutral good.
Neutral good.
Good to know. I'm about to say, does it say their full name? Apparently it does.
Apparently, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, he hasn't attacked us yet, so I'm gonna assume anyway. So, for now,
I'm just gonna assume they're both wanting to hurt us.
They very clearly mean you violence. This is the reason why he he called you up here. He wants to make sure the two of you know what you're doing.
The little bunny puts down his tea set and cracks his knuckles.
I'm using the triple version so I can target both of them.
I say he might have, but Kane rolled super well. All right, what is the range on this bad boy?
30 feet? Oh, I might have to move, then I can't. I can get him. He's probably too high up, and I'm too far back.
Yeah, I forgot how math works with vertical, but he's probably 40-ish feet, I'd say, from you then.
I'll just walk forward 1, 2,
okay.
And I'll just try to pull the rabbit boy.
Oh, my child! Okay.
I want to pull him off.
Alrighty. That is the... Oh, spell target. Oh, no. 20 feet instead of 10. Oh, wow. Jesus, it pulls him 20 feet?
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay.
I want to bring him right here. Okay, well, he succeeded. Never mind.
Oh, okay, what happens when I succeed?
Nothing, I think.
Really? Okay, let's see. You pull the target toward you. The target is pulled 10 feet closer to you unless it succeeds on a fortitude save and a crit. It's prone. Wait, nothing at all happens?
Nope, nothing. Goodbye,
wow.
spell.
Lucky boy. Okay. Reminder. Sorry, each of you add 1 hero point. Unless I already said that.
You didn't, but I figured, so I already added 1.
Perfect. Wow, you can read my mind. Excellent. Alrighty, you attempt to give this boy the big suck. And yes, he does indeed kind of slide off the side, but you pull his tea set and he looks at you like, you son of a bitch.
And I wanted your tea.
It just shatters to the floor.
No. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Okay, animated armor is going to delay until after Rabbit Boy goes, so we'll have Rabbit Boy go first. And he is going to, after very angrily looking at you, Kane, as a free action, he's going to go ahead and look at his friend over here and throw his arms into the air, as one does. And he is going to cast a spell for his friend. He taps into the target's inner heroism, granting him +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception, saving, and skill checks. Heroism. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh my god, it's a mental effect. Okay.
It can't be affected by mental effects.
He can't be affected by mental effects. He has so many immunities. I didn't see mental in that. Oh my god. Okay, hold up. Well, I guess we're in something else then. Never mind.
This is fine.
I wanted him to buff. I didn't see the mental tag. That's my bad. Okay, he didn't cast that. He also doesn't get a spell now. Cool. Good job, Boonwee. All right. Well, he's still going to do something. It's just not going to be as impressive. Instead, Kane, since you took his tea set, the plates are still back here. So he's going to go ahead and point to the plate and then point to you and it's go flying at you.
Rude.
Sorry.
Oh.
Super rude.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll die.
Critically hit with a plate.
It just shatters and I just start bleeding from everywhere.
Oh, dear God. Okay, it just smacks you upside the head for 60.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay.
I'll die.
So he'll do that with his first action, arms in the air, cheering for himself, and then he'll cast another spell on himself. This should work, correct? Cool, all right.
Guess I'll die.
He will then attempt to cover himself in shielding, and then Armor Boy will go. He'll
charge me, please.
He'll move in here. He's actually charging past you to Vega. He seemed very intent on this, actually. And as he does, he very, very clearly charges straight at you and swings his glaive at you. Missing. An excellent dodge by Vega. He'll follow it up with a second strike. This one will indeed hit. Very close to a critical hit. Fortunately, it did not.
You're lucky that didn't crit.
Yes. And Vega, you were just...
I didn't mean to hit that.
Oh, what did you hit?
Nice. Did you damage yourself?
What did you do?
I hit up and I healed myself.
Okay,
There we go.
How did you damage yourself by exactly 4? What did you do?
I
It
clicked
automatically
on the chat.
reduces. So.
Oh!
I clicked on the chat on accident and I hit the damage button.
Yes, please be careful. All right, Kane possibly like feigns death as he sees this thing running. You die for a second and then come back to life as you see Vega very quickly, the last second, parry this attack. Vega, as you push this enemy away from you, what do? Yeah, he hit down on you hard.
I summon my sparkly sword.
Alrighty.
If you want flanking, you can delay.
This is true. You can delay your action for Flintico if you want.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, we all rolled really close initiative. 26, 25.
We really did.
Literally went across. 26, 25, 24, 23. All right, so Arbalest, you will go first instead, and then we'll go to Vega.
First action, I will whistle, and Flint will turn from a cute boy into something slightly more ravenous.
Oh.
Angie mode activated.
I mean, he's just gonna use his first action to move to behind the thing, and then his second action is going to be a support action, actually.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and move them for you while you're reloading. Vega, just so you know, under your actions, I actually added Manifest Soulforge Armament as an action.
I saw.
So now you have that. All right, the hyena mockingly yowls at your enemies and bites at them. Whoa, when you create an opening, God, I can read, until the start of your next turn, each time you hit a creature in the hyena's reach with a strike, the creature becomes frightened 1.
And we said that this is probably for all enemies in the thing, right?
Yep.
Or all people that attack?
Allies, yeah.
That makes more sense. And that's the Flint's thing. And Arbalest is going to mark the bunny as his target.
Oh no.
This is fine.
And he's going to shoot him.
How could this happen to me? Okay, let's see. Let me double check. I don't think that can protect me.
Actually, does he have any vital organs and stuff like that? Or weaknesses?
Vital organs? Stuffing? Definitely no vital anythings. No, he is a stuffed boy, 100%.
Okay, in that case, I do not gain the bonus damage from this, which potentially might already be calculated in, so we'll see.
Ow!
It did not. So reduce that by 8, I believe? 4?
4, yeah. I'm going to say, holy shit, you rolled okay. He is going to...
Oh, he can shield, but I'm not sure that's going to save him.
Not very much now. The shield has a 5 hardness. All right, he's going to go ahead and shield damage. Block, so -5 and also -4 from the other one. So, be -9. Oop. All right, so yeah, you strike him dead on, and he takes 6 damage as the arrow just kind of sticks on through him, and he looks down at this arrow just sticking at him, and now he's just kind of looking at you like, really?
Yeah, really?
You think I can die to arrows? I'm a god.
Right in his stuffing.
It's like literally in the middle of his torso, like halfway through stuck.
Yes,
he has a hole in him, basically.
Yes, he's not looking so hot. All right, as your
that was my turn, but I can't end my turn.
Yes, okay, perfect. All right, Vega.
You have switch me and Vega and the thingy as well.
Yeah, so he moved on in. Vega, it is now officially your turn. Flint moved into position.
Summon sword.
So you're manifesting it with the intent to what's the mechanical effect? Essence form? Yeah. Okay.
Which one did you choose?
Yeah, so you're manifesting the essence form, the super version of it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Like you get a bonus with that as well, right?
Yep.
One that you can choose.
Yeah. So I went ahead and threw that on you.
That's the heroic heart.
It does work, I promise. I had a custom create that for you.
I was here listening to you do it.
It was definitely fun. I enjoyed it.
Then let's see. I want to glare.
Excellent.
And stab.
Alrighty. This boy functions slightly differently here. He's a bit of a weird one. Go ahead and roll me damage. 10. Okay, give me 1 second.
Actually, technically, Flint would have given him another frighten, but they don't stack, so nothing really happens.
Alright, he has something called Construct Armor Hardness 9. So he's very similar to an object. When you whack him, he has a hardness, which is at 9. It reduces any damage he takes by an amount equal to the hardness level. And then Once something happens, this will go away. I can't tell you what that something is.
1 damage.
But you whack this dude, Vega, and yep, it only does 1 damage. It sort of basically bounces off of him.
Annoyed.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Alrighty, as you see Vega's weapon essentially just bounce off this thing, Kane. What do you do?
Die. I will try to use this on him. Where is it?
Deja vu. Oh my god. Alright.
I've been in this place before.
Possibly. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and have him do the save. He is somehow going to succeed.
What?
Wait, what?
Does it not affect him? Because that's not a success.
No, it's not. Why is it
Unless
say...
it just doesn't affect him.
It's a mental effect.
Yeah, it's a mental effect?
Oh, okay.
Is it? Okay. Technically, yes.
Oh my god, that programming works so beautifully.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yes.
He's literally too dumb to be affected by this. I would say, Kane, you'd probably know this, so you wouldn't use the spell.
Okay.
Because you are a wizard, it is a construct, you know they are not affected by mental anything. So he's immune to mental effects. Holy shit, it knows and just gives it automatic success. That's insane.
Yeah, that's the power of traits.
Oh my god, I didn't know they worked that well. Awesome.
That kind of destroys half my spells, actually.
Are they all mental?
There's a few of them.
Woo! Okay. Your worst nightmare
You
is...
still have, like, weird sappy spells, right?
That's mental. I mean, I guess I can just zap this boy instead then. Or you know what? I'm gonna throw a piece of the plate that he threw at me back at him.
Oh no.
You dig it out of your chest and shoot it back.
Eat plate.
Alright, well this could be a slashing or piercing as it broke, so your choice.
Slashing.
Oh,
Cut him open, make him lose stuffing. Oh, or I'll fail.
Oh,
Alright, cool.
I could always throws a rock. Excellent.
you can have a hero point if you want.
You can reroll it if you wish.
Sure, why not? Alright, didn't matter.
That's not much better now.
From a critical miss to a regular miss, he very smoothly dodges to the side.
Alright, and then I will shield myself. That's all I got.
Kane the copycat. The bunny's like, alright, I see how it is, see how it is. Alrighty, well. This armor boy is definitely interesting. Alright, let's see. First and foremost, he is going to... Since he is focused on Vega, he will indeed continue that. First point of action is going to be just that. A strike. Which will hit. Damage. Huh.
Ow, you bitch!
Indeed. And his second action is going to be to...
Critically destroy waifu.
Alright, what is your AC? No, not your AC.
Oh, he's shoving me.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that!
Well, he beat you to it. Alright, this is a -5, but your 42... Oh, your 42 is only 18. Okay, so that'd be a 25, because it's an attack. So it does go down by 5, but doesn't matter. Rolled really well. Alright, cool. Critical success. You push your opponent up to 10 feet away from you. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance and in the same direction. Alright, so after he strikes you with this glaive, he basically shoulder checks you 10 feet backwards and then slides after you. It does knock you prone, though. Interesting. So you know what? He's gonna go for what you went for. Yeah. I probably should have opened with this.
Does the normal shove effect not?
All right, baby! I critically fail every single one of these demoralized checks. Hell yeah. All right. Boonwi is cheering you on. He's gonna lose that effect. Fear's gonna go away at the end of his turn. All right, we're having a little battle here. So he's gonna pick up some of those candles and he's gonna fling them at you. Oh!
Please don't.
Bludgeoning again. Attack.
Okay. I'll just die.
Hard carry, rabbit, go.
Man,
I've been crit twice by the same thing.
I mean, your shield
Using
blocks
the
that
same spell.
technically.
Yeah, your shield blocks that.
Yeah, I'll just use my shield.
Okay.
Well, it blocks half of it.
Yes, it blocks. Oh wait, it's under 10 damage.
I'm still down.
Yep,
Doesn't matter.
You only have 4 health. You are still down. All right. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, you did it for me. Thank you. I love how the shield pops. All right. As it does that, the rabbit cheers, and with that, he is going to. He's gonna take cover behind the other. What you call it? And just kind of hide behind one of the candlesticks. All right, Vega.
That was shit.
This boy's pushing you around.
It's my turn.
Oh, well.
Because we switched turn, literally.
You don't switch initiative, you just delay for the 1 round.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Ken, I just blew your screen up.
Everything's
This is
gone.
fine.
All right, Vega. What say they?
I'm going to trip him.
You're going to open with a trip?
Or not.
Are you though?
You can always try again if you want.
I'm going to do a hero point.
And these are some tragically low rolls from us, though.
You rolled very low. He is very bad at dodging this, by the way.
That's even worse.
She rolled lower! Nice. A 5 then a 3.
Our dice are literally cursed.
I have a freaking +9.
Yes, and his his save is incredibly low, so you were just barely there.
Don't rub it in.
Technically giving advice in a way. He doesn't seem very dexterous.
All right, since I've embarrassed myself not tripping him, I'm going to grapple.
Okay. That worked. All right, so that does have...
yourself. I died to a rabbit.
A candle. Alrighty, you that is the attack rate. So if you actually attack, you attack twice. Okay. Well, if you attack a third time, if you decide to attack, that's going to be at -10.
Yep.
Can I attack with that greatsword?
You can.
Okay.
No, you cannot attack with your greatsword actually, because you cannot wield it one-handed.
Oh, that is correct. Well,
That's
okay.
true. You still have that sword, right?
You can punch. You can punch him.
Yeah, but I'd have to.
All right,
drop
you're
it.
using your thingy.
I'm using my thingy, which is a greatsword. I will punch. That sounds good.
Okay, it is at a -10.
You
so
can
go for it.
technically also grapple him again to pin him, or not.
Wow, did you rolled a 1 and have a +1? Pinnacle.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
he's also -8, so you know.
Yes. Fortunately for you, he has no reactions to a critical failure. But you have him. He's not going anywhere, Vega.
Success?
Technically, one of those was a success. All right, Arbalest.
Yay. I'm going to move over here, and Flint is not going to do anything this round.
Okay. He will do his
Then
best to
I'm
defend
going
himself.
You said this guy had a potential weakness because he was a construct, right?
Yes. Regarding his armor.
Right. Can I roll a engineering check on that?
There is no engineering. You would roll Arcana or Crafting.
I would do crafting.
Okay.
I assume it's not made of wood.
No, he is
Or is
metal.
the armor made of wood? Okay.
He's metal, yeah. Alrighty, excellent. Essentially, okay, let me double check this because I don't think it does it forever. I could have sworn hardness is a one-time thing.
I'm not sure. I think I can destroy armor technically, but
yes. So once an animated armor is reduced to less than half its hit points, or once it is damaged by a critical hit, the armor will break, and its armor class is reduced to 13, which I think is actually technically lower with how I have him. I think it'd be like a 12? No, 13, yeah. So it's going to take his armor and tank it, basically, once you've either gotten him to half, or if you hit him with a crit.
can I convey that to my allies, or do we need to use an action?
Oh, easily, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Then I will convey that to my allies. Hit him hard or hit him harder, and his armor will break.
I'll try.
And then I guess I'll tend to Kane. Do I have potions on me is the question, or do you have potions on you?
I'm pretty sure I have one on me.
Yeah, and I have one if you really need.
Yeah, I have one on me.
All right, can I use one of your potions on yourself as a one action?
I believe it's 2. But I will say this. So this part's kind of weird with the way it's written. Technically, I think anytime you interact with any of your own items, it's one action to take your backpack off, and then one action to take the potion out, which that's kind of ridiculous. So I would personally say, because you guys aren't exploiting this, obviously, we don't have 1,000 potions, I would reasonably say each of you would have a potion or 2 on your belt just for easy access, because that's the profession we're in. So if you guys have a potion or 2 on you, I won't have you guys say, all right, today I have this potion, and this potion on my belt. I'm just going to say, in general, each of you probably have like 2-ish potions, 1 or 2 potions on like your person. So it only takes...
I think they have never been like distributed, so I never had one.
Right. So if Kane has one on him, for any of you, I'll just say it's one action, unless we get like 5 potions deep, then it's definitely 2 actions because they'd be put away, but we've never hit that, so just throwing that out there, yeah, 1 action.
All right. Then
so
use
potion on yourself, Kane.
Yeah. Heal yourself.
Hell yeah, brother.
Let's go.
Yes. And that's my turn. Don't die.
That's the good promises. Shit, buddy.
Well.
All right.
I mean, you can hide somewhere, have cover.
Just lounging
crap.
about.
Maybe.
Just hanging out, Kane.
They use an action to get up, I think, then.
Yeah, if I do that, then I can't move and do what I wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think there's a penalty for blasting on the floor.
No, I was going to bandage myself up with Battle Medic.
Hell yeah!
You can do that as well, yeah, true.
So I can roll to heal myself, or I'll just down myself if I fail.
I believe.
I'll just patch myself up on the floor. That's fine.
It's the same roll, right?
Yeah, it's just a treat wounds roll.
Okay,
Just
all right.
in combat.
Nice.
It's the same healing and everything.
All right, roll it up.
As long as you don't critically fail. Okay.
All right, going back down.
Nope, failure
No,
means...
not going back to...
No,
yeah.
it needs to be critical fail to damage yourself.
Yeah, failure
I
means...
want to heal. I re-rolled it.
Okay, let's see. Treat wounds...
Yeah, that works.
2d8.
Oh, was that you?
Oh,
or me
it
rolling?
rolled for me. I think that was you.
That's fine. But yes, that's more reasonable. Yeah, rolling on the floor.
This is fine.
Okay,
You're dead.
you said you used a hero action to re-roll that, right?
Yeah, that was my last one.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll get up.
All right.
And you can also crawl 5 feet if you want. As an
It's
action.
5 feet. Arbalist, save me.
Oh, you want to move?
No.
Okay. Standing sounds excellent.
I mean, as long as you stay on the ground, Flint will be a better target than you.
No, I stood up. I can't possibly get crit again, right?
Don't say that.
Don't jinx it.
I mean, he'd have to
Don't
run.
forget these guys are probably higher level than us, so they probably can.
He'd have to run out of candles, to be fair. All right, moving forward as it knocks you back, and then it's just chopping away. Vega is just going for the chops. It's going to swing again at you as you have it grappled, just moving forward, as one does. Chop, 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 chop. Alrighty, and chop number uno, he will unfortunately knock you to the ground. God, it hits you with so many debuffs.
My hug.
No hug. He's not interested in hug. He will whip around and
Wait, doesn't
continue.
he need to do a roll to see if he can even attack you? Like, I think it's a DC 5, so it's probably safe, but
I'm trying to.
if he's grappled.
Yeah, so it's you jump to a manipulate action. Shouldn't it have the manipulate trait on it, or are all attacks manipulation?
I'm pretty sure all attacks are manipulate.
Okay,
Might be, I'm not sure.
not 100% sure, but we're good.
He passes it, yeah.
We would be good. All right.
Close, though.
Yeah, very close, unfortunately, or I guess fortunately. All right, he'll whip around and continue his chopping action like a robot, just hacking away as
That's
one
my
does.
DC.
Womp. Alrighty, and then he'll go for one of these bad boys. This is always fun, right? Ooh.
Jesus.
Why do I keep rolling crits? Okay, that should be a minus.
Shouldn't that also be at minus 10?
It's a minus 10, but that makes it 22 against your 20, so it's a regular success.
No.
All right, so after chopping you, he
I'm not
basically
sure I can shoot prone, honestly.
he sweeps at your legs, Arbalest, and knocks you to the floor. All right, Boonby sees all this action. He has to drop cover, and he's got rocks for days. I don't know if I get a bonus to hitting people on the floor, but let's give it a shot. Rocks.
Yeah. Probably get a debuff, right?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Go bludgeoning! Rocks! I didn't roll a crit. Yay, small damage like it's supposed to be. Okay. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, but he's just shooting away. All right, he fires another candle as it goes hurtling, just kind of bops you in the back of the head, Arbalest. All right. Vega, who knocked you down? The animated armor.
Yeah.
Okay, technically, I think your turn is supposed to be before the animated armors.
Yeah.
But regardless,
when you go down, you go before the one
Yeah.
who knocked you down.
you go before. So I guess we can ask Arbalest or Kane, or either of you going to attempt to help Vega, or should she just go now? Because you guys are all going in a row.
I mean, I can try to help her.
Okay. If that's the case, then we'll just go to Arbalest. All right, Arrow Man, what you got?
Oh wait, also wouldn't I lose wounded because I healed myself with 3
You
wounds?
did cure wounds. Good point.
Yes. Can you stand on top of downed allies? Enemies?
Enemies?
Allies in this case.
On top of? I don't think so.
Only dead, right? Yeah.
Only either dead or only either like really tiny. Literally tiny.
Oh well. In that case, I'm going to send Flint to hunt down the rabbit because, nature. I whistle at him.
You're going to have him go to the rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay, does Flint have a climb speed?
Probably not.
Climbing is very slow in this
And
game, for
then-
reference.
He has 40 feet of movement.
It's 5 feet per 20 feet, I think.
He can jump that high technically, right?
High jump. That's a good question. Let me see.
I'm not sure. Like, I think it's like if you move 10 feet and like a high jump as part of the move or something with an athletics check. Not sure.
High jump. Oh shit! I'll have him do it, but it's an action. So you're basically
part of the. Sorry.
No. So yeah, high jump is its own thing that not only players can do, but high jump costs 2 actions. It says
that's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Basically, you stride, then make a vertical leap and attempt a DC 30 athletics check. Never mind. Holy shit, that's so high!
Is he like on top of the thing entirely, or?
He's literally just standing on top of the bookcase, yeah.
And there's no way to acrobatics my way up either?
You can climb up. It is a bookcase, so it's not bolted to the floor. You can attempt to knock it over.
Now, how does climbing work? Is it like 15 feet for every 5 or something?
It's really bad. Climbing is, let's say, you move up or down or cross an incline, unless particularly easy. You have to do an athletics check. I would say do an athletics check, so you're climbing something weird. I'll determine the DC. It won't be very high for reference.
What is Flint standing?
On a regular success, you move up 5 feet per 20 feet of your speed.
Damn.
Yeah, so it would take multiple turns to get up there. It's not great.
Yeah. It's 5 feet up, is that right?
Sorry, it's
10 feet.
He is 20 feet up, so I have 20 on his token there.
That's a lot. Yes. Well, I guess that's not happening then. Flint's going to go here instead. And he's going to bite attack this guy.
Go, boy, go, I believe. No!
And I'm going to use one action to reload. And then my last action is going to shoot this guy.
Shooting Bun Boy, or?
No, the golem thing.
Okay.
Construct, who is not my target sadly, but that's fine. I'm going to reroll that.
Oh yeah, Prone -2.
That's better.
Well, that's a hit, 25.
I think it's still not going to hit for much though, but you know.
Range increment.
That's decent damage.
Max.
I love it. All right, 11. Yeah, that's actually, you rolled really
I think
high.
it's going to get reduced by 9 or something because of his armor.
So I could be wrong. I'm not going to look up right now. I don't think it reduces every attack by 9 because holy shit, this thing would be impossible to kill if that's the case. Because it says all damage all the time. To my knowledge, when hardness has been reduced like a shield, it breaks. The shield's no longer usable. So I think it's no longer usable because 9 is actually a lot at this level. So we'll say he just takes...
Depends, well, how much health the shield has itself. So.
Usually not that much. Shield can take like 1 or 2 hits. Better shields obviously are much better. So anyway, that'll do the full 11. And he's still not knocked to half, but he's definitely close. As you strike and your arrow clearly dents some of his armor, you've definitely done some damage. In not too long, you're going to reduce his AC by a substantial amount.
Yay. Maybe I should have waited with Clint's action then. Nah, it's fine. End turn.
All right, Kane, what you got?
All right, Vega, it's time to get up. You better hope I don't roll a crit fail.
The bunny.
Oh, dear God.
The bunny's shaking his ass at you.
She also still has a health potion, if you don't want to risk it.
She does, yes.
Or if you fuck up.
I believe in myself.
Okay,
I'll use her potion. I'll use her potion on her.
Okay.
All right, Vega, target yourself and use a potion, please. Don't roll a 1.
Next level, I help you guys with assurance, but sadly, I can't do that yet. Actually, no, to get someone up, I need to roll 20 anyway.
Nice!
Much better than what I got.
Much better. Substantially better.
And then I can't do anything else with my last action, really. I can pull out my inside ropes.
Well, I mean, you can, there are like little things you can do, technically. Let's see, where were you currently located? Obviously, you have like demoralized checks. You have, I'm not sure what you're good at. That's definitely up to you.
Sure, I can try to demoralize, I guess.
Yeah,
why not?
You can also do a basic attack. I know you have a staff on you. It's not going to roll very well, but you are in melee range.
That only takes 1?
Yeah, attacking just 1.
No.
Sure, I'll bonk him with my staff. Why not?
If you had moved up 1 less, moved down 1 less, you could also have flanking with Flint.
Yeah, you can go up 1, and you're still in range of Vega because she's still 5 from you.
Sure.
You know, then you might have a slightly better chance at...
Oh, God. He's surrounded! He's uber flanked. Sweats profusely.
I have a better chance to hit with my fist.
Seriously?
Then you...
Yeah, I have a +6 with my
oh my
fist
God,
and
you
a +4
do.
with my staff.
It's an agility weapon, right? So.
Punch it up, buddy. It's not 0 damage.
I think the fist will do less damage, probably.
Hey, a higher chance to hit is a possible crit.
Sure, I'll punch him.
Yeah! All right.
2.
Hell yeah! Smack the shit out of him. All right, well... Oh, so close. So close. Okay, you put a very notable dent in the armor, and you can see it becoming unhinged, Kane. Not just yet, but it's really, really damn close.
Like, grab onto my hand. Ow, how do people do that? It hurts.
Vega's turns now.
Yes, all right, Vega. It is you go before this guy, so what are you doing? You're on the floor.
Like,
I'm on the
that's
floor.
permanent at least. But
I have to break his armor, right?
you have to not be prone.
After I am not prone. Or did we do that already?
I'll let you know. It is currently breaking. Kane almost did. He was very close.
We'll stand up.
Okay. Rise.
Wait, is my heroic heart still active?
Is it a mental trait? Good question. Manifest soul. Concentration. Yep, that's gone.
This is fine.
In fact, I'm pretty sure my sword is gone too.
Yes, but you have your normal sword. It's okay.
Well, I have to pull it out.
Yes, that's your second action.
All right, I will pull out my sword.
Gross. In front of everyone.
Sadness. And macaronis.
Big swing!
Why do you do this to us?
I'm quitting today.
Man, these rolls are terrible. I don't think Waifu has rolled above a 5 yet.
No.
I don't think I have either.
You have
I've
one
had
more
to
point.
reroll, but
Yeah, you have another point. You can do it.
Yeah, go reduce it to a 3 again.
I rolled worse last time.
You did, but I believe in you.
Surely it can't
got
happen
this.
twice in a row.
Don't say that.
There you go.
There we go. Alrighty, please roll me damage. Excellent. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I rolled above a 5 this time.
You rolled
max damage.
You literally rolled max damage. Guess what that means?
What?
At some point, you probably would have broken this thing's armor at some point, but Vega, in your rage, you just stand
Okay.
and you just crush this suit of armor in a singular blow as you stand, knocking it aside and severing it in twain. As you now all turned to look at the Boonwee standing up, looking down at you all. It's not sure how to,
Slowly turn.
it's not sure how to feel with this general information. My honest reaction to that information is to, well, you're the only one that can do anything that it can tell. So it's going to keep throwing rocks at you, buddy. Wait,
Yeah, good luck with that. I am prone, by the way, so you also get a negative, I think. Wait, do you? I'm not sure.
I think I got a positive, actually, weirdly enough.
Is it opposite of 5e?
You
I think
get a
it's opposite,
positive
yeah.
because... no, it's a positive because I'm prone, which means I'm flat-footed.
Yeah, because it adds flat-footed to it. All right, I just barely hit.
I need to have taken an action to give him a negative, that's why.
Basically, fall flatter.
Yeah.
More candles away. As he hurls it and it just bonks off your back again, the fire singeing your hair. Vega, what do you do?
It's my turn, technically, right?
Shit, yes, awkwardly. And then
Yes.
And then technically next round it's Vega's turn at this point. It temporarily puts you before the enemy. I like that roll, but it's kind of confusing because I can drag you guys.
Is it temporarily though? I'm not
Uh,
sure if it is.
regardless.
It seems weird, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's easier to do it like permanent or something, but because you can delay anyway to get back down if you need.
Honestly, yeah. All right, Arbus, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to reload because I need to. And I'm pretty sure I can just shoot him then. Yes, yes.
Well, boy up top easily, yeah.
And this is my third bolt, so I still have 2 left. And I get all my bonuses as well. Yeah. And I miss, apparently.
Oh, man. The dice are not being nice today.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sadly, I don't have any things left either, so... oh well. At least I'm not the only one up right now, so...
True. Was that all 3 actions, or...?
Yeah, standing up, reloading, and shooting.
Oh, you had to reload. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Kane, this little shit has been taunting you this entire time. What do you do?
I hate him.
Still need to reload once, sadly.
But I could also try to heal Vega and maybe fail.
That is an option.
I'm gonna try to heal Vega. I like this battle medic.
Oh, wait.
I don't think you can if you used it before.
He hasn't used it on her yet. He used the potion. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now then you can use it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I not use it? Oh, yeah, because I can only use it on one person once. This is fine.
Yeah, you can use it on her.
Here you go, Vega. Okay, never mind.
So close!
Thanks
You
for
know
trying.
what? We're going to save up
You
our
didn't
gold,
die.
and we're going to buy ourselves some healer gloves.
Okay.
Healer gloves.
It's a 1 action 2d8 heal, so, you know. I think you can
This
use
is
it once per
fine.
minute or something as well. It's really good.
And he's too far away to really do anything. So,
I mean, this one might not have the mental trait or the autonoma trait.
still too far. I can't move and then do something.
I can also recall knowledge to find out something, I guess.
Sure, I'll see what I know about little rabbit boy.
Sure. Roll me.
Arcana.
I'm pretty sure it's Arcana. Yes, Arcana or Crafting, your choice. Nice.
I think I know what he's gonna roll.
What do you want to know?
If he's immune to mental stuff like the other guy.
Very much so. Also, while he is immune to mental stuff, that also means that his will is his weakest attribute.
Okay.
It works off of automation, so it has no will of its own.
I will tell everyone that, even though I don't think anyone has will saves, really.
Vega does, by screaming at it.
Oh, the demoralize.
Demoralize is a will save, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll just tell Vega to scream at it.
It works for me.
All right, Vega, what do you do?
I want to try this. I want to do, okay, he's 20 feet up because he's on a table, right?
He's on a bookshelf.
I want to do high jump.
It is very high that you need to jump. High jump is weird. Okay, it costs 2 actions. So first you stride.
But I have a skill that lets me use it for only 1 action.
Yes. So first you stride. Well, regardless, it's 2 actions to stride then jump. So you have to stride there anyway. So regardless, you're still running over.
Also attempt to like push over the bookshelf.
Yes. I will say this: you need to make a DC 30 athletics check. That is really, really, really high.
All right, because it needs to be 1 for every feat you jump, right? Plus 10 or something.
It is a very high check. You can just smash it if you want.
The bookshelf?
Yeah, shove is an action. You can
it's not that big?
It's a bookshelf.
It's very big, but you're a barbarian.
It's big, but you're a barbarian. It's also not full of books, like I said.
Right.
This room is in disarray, so...
Stride. And shove the bookshelf.
Okay.
Do you have, like... you probably don't have charge, do you?
No, not yet.
Exactly.
She's working on it. Weirdly enough, you're targeting the old boy, but you did only roll an 11, which is not going to be enough. That was shove, right? That is indeed shove. You can keep shoving. That was 1 action. You can shove again as a second action. Just don't target the boy. Or target the bunny. Well, whatever you want, realistically. We're trying to shove an inanimate object. It shakes a little, and the bunny's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But
all right, so it shakes, doesn't fall. Angrily shake again.
All right, ram again. 17. Okay, we will say this one is indeed a success. I'm going to have him roll. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's really good at reflex. Okay. I'm going to have him roll a reflex save. He's going to need to roll... What did you roll? A 17? We'll just contest it against that 17. How's that sound? So we'll have him roll against the 17.
Look at God taking pity on me.
No, I'm trying to compare it. He just has a really high reflex save. If he rolls...
I mean, there is a keep balance roll, I'm pretty sure.
Is there a keep balance?
Yeah, I think that's a weird-ass acrobatics roll.
Yeah, that would make sense. With the way this game is built.
Balance, yes. Okay, I think it's probably the same thing. Acrobatics check, yep.
Acrobatics, yeah.
Oh, acrobatics. It's probably close to the same thing.
To it, so,
This is true. Hopefully this doesn't make him better at it. It doesn't. Okay, makes him good, but not like amazing at it. All right, acrobatics. Cool. All right, regardless of which one I used, thanks for pointing that out. I still would have failed, so good for you. Failure. Well, okay, I will say the failure is. The failure is he's going to fall towards you. The success means he would have fallen the other way. Critical success means you wouldn't have knocked him over. All right, so you ram this thing once, you ram it again, and this lad falls on forward. As he is landing, he rolled a 14.
Does a stuffed plushie take fall damage?
Yeah, where the hell's fall damage? I'm looking at falling on something. Oh, there you go. You take bludgeoning equal damage at half the distance. Okay, so 10. Ow.
What? Stuffed animals don't.
That's a lot.
I mean, there is a player race called Puppets, which also has like an ability to not take fall damage. So.
Yep. He has no passives to block bludgeoning damage or fall damage, and he has nothing to cushion his fall. So he looks cushiony in form only.
Poor guy.
His internal giblets have been rattled.
Indeed. And because he failed, I'll also have him be prone, but he'll get back up because it's his turn next. All right, Vega, he lands next to you.
It is his turn next.
It is his turn. He's gonna.
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna say no to that. And then let me reread this real quick.
I'm also smiling with success until I realize that he can attack me now.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
What's he gonna do? Crit you again?
I have gone down every single fight.
That's the bane of melee. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right. He is going to chant something under his breath, and attempt to yeet himself forward, as he's going to try to run away very quickly. Fortunately, he has pretty shit move speed compared to you, at least. So he will stride 2 times.
Is this where I can use no escape?
Yep, at the end of him doing his thing, so let him go ahead and do that first. That's 25, yeah, that's 25 feet. Okay, yeah. All right, he will jet around the corner like that, and Vega, if you want to use your reaction, you're more than welcome to do so.
No escape.
Oh, God. All right, you can keep pace with him. Use your full stride. What is it, 35 feet?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and try following him. 15 feet's fine, yeah. That's like half and half. Oh, God, you can totally catch up. All right, well, that added speed, but apparently wasn't enough, as he jets around the corner. As your reaction, you just freaking catch up to him. All right, Arbalest, what do you do? I'm at a...
Puppy is going to follow.
Okay, I'm out of range, kinda.
Yeah, sure, but he has 2 actions, so he's going to take 2 actions to run. See, you aren't that far away.
Oh, God. He tried.
And the real question is, can I get far enough to, like, I don't know, shoot at him?
What's your movement, 25?
No, I can't, because I need to reload as well.
Oh, yeah.
Can I take another command animal action in my turn?
I don't see why not.
Actually, like, I'm not sure if I can take multiple of those.
It doesn't say you can't.
In that case, I'll command him again to attack, I guess.
Cast a bite.
Now, I'm technically not sure if I can use my support action after I've attacked it, though.
The support action is one of your... So you've used 1 action to move him, right? Then you can use one
no,
more...
I've used...
1 action, right?
You mean one of my actions or one of Flint's actions?
So Flint has 0 actions. You have 1 action. The 1 action grants him a thing.
2 actions.
Right. So we mean just Arbalest, because he doesn't gain actions. He gains the ability to do something. So Arbalest, you used 1 action, so you have 2 more. You can use 1 action to have him go, Arr! Then you can use 1 more of your actions to command him to bite, if that's what you're trying to do.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's 3 actions.
I will have him bite once, I guess, but it's more so that I'm not sure if there was some wording in my support action that prevented me from also attacking, I believe.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. Oh no, it's something else. Whatever. I'm going to...
Yeah, you can just bark if you want.
Attack him once, I guess.
Consume the small boy.
Flanking should be accounted for.
Yep.
Still missed that.
The boy is small and dodges off to the side. So technically, when you give him an action, I guess he can attack twice. You can use the second attack action if you wish. It's going to be only a +2, but you can.
Yeah, I can.
Ah!
Apparently I can't.
Ah! Darn. All right, fortunately, he has no reactions to critical misses, so the rabbit just dodges and I guess uses a reaction to, like, mock Flint. He shakes his bunny tail at you.
And then I can technically give him another command animal? I don't know. It seems weird. I'm pretty sure you can't do this one. Okay.
Realistically, he's not out of attacks, but what do you want him to do exactly?
Just do the support action.
Oh yeah, he can do that. That's fine. Because the highness support benefit is its own thing. It's 1 action that you do, and then if anyone whacks him, he becomes feared.
Anyway, I do that, and that's my turn.
All right, Kane. What say you, good sir?
I don't want to be here anymore.
I've just been whistling at different pitches to have Flint do things.
I don't think I can hit him from here if I move here, right?
No, that'd be move real quick. Let me say I would give him, if you shoot from there, I'd give him cover. I say you can barely see him around the corner because your square can see his square, but you can't see the center of his token. So if you attack from there, I'll give him standard cover.
All right, what's around here on the floor? What can I throw at him?
What do you want to throw at him? There's books, there's scrolls, there's...
I want to chop off his rabbit head, so something sharp.
Oh god. Okay. We'll say one of the like candelabras is very strangely shaped, it's very fancy, but also weirdly sharp.
Is this bookcase one of those like see-through ones, by the way, or is it a one with a back cover?
It has a back cover. This one specifically.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Throw some of that at him. And miss.
Oh, just barely misses. No. All right, goes hurling over his head, and it doesn't hit the back wall. It kind of just keeps going for all you know. It doesn't make a sound.
Okay, it just never stops. Good luck, Vega.
All right, Vega. He's been roared at. What do you do?
What do you mean he's been roared at?
Flint is doing his.
Flint is currently nipping at his ears.
Yeah, he's aggressively dancing at the bun.
Basically, if you attack him, he automatically gets frightened.
Yep.
Or if you hit him, at least.
Oh. Bonk?
No, don't. I was kidding!
You were being serious, you dick. Angrily Bronk again?
Okay, round 2.
Wait, is she not getting flanking bonus?
She is. It doesn't say flanking. On my screen, it shows the AC being lowered by 2.
No. Okay.
Screams internally. I don't know why you're still getting your manifest bonus, but
Grapple. I want to hook the bunny.
okay. That's at a minus, but you rolled a 27. What are you? You're just grabbing him?
Yeah, and a big hug.
Okay, critical success. Your opponent is restrained. Jesus. All right, he's not going anywhere. That's like super grappled. What does this look like? What are you doing, Vega?
I just, scoop him up like a little child and hug him around the chest.
Wow, very weird. Okay, you do that.
Fluffy.
It's so fluffy.
He's fluffy, but he's got holes in him. I wonder why. Alrighty, Boonmi does not like this. Boonmi is going to, weirdly enough, he has a fist attack, and he's going to use it. He's going to start flailing at you. Why am I rolling so well?
Don't forget to roll your 1d20 to actually see if you can do.
Hold up, guys. About to strangle the DM.
Okay.
Does it?
Please strangle me. Holy shit, Bunny hits hard! You want to push the damage button for me? No, oh gosh, it's killing me!
How does a bunny not have a negative strength modifier? Jesus.
I'm dying! I'm literally dying! Alright, I literally died.
So am I. Like the Archmage is probably watching from his crystal ball and going like, what the fuck?
What the shit? Oh my god! He knocks you out! Dear God! Alright. He knocks you on your ass. He's no longer restrained. I would assume he's probably prone. So you'll stand up and turn around and go to swing.
No, I have a death hold on him, even in death.
All right, even in death, you're squeezing him. He's still going to flail out, try to kick Flynn, though. And miss, okay. Arbalist.
He just kicked my puppy.
Oh my, he tried to, yeah. He definitely tried to.
Wait, fuck, can I do that?
Where are you trying to go?
No, I can't stand on her.
If you move behind her, she won't give any cover because she's on the ground.
Yeah, but I won't be able to attack him then because I still need to reload.
Oh God.
I think. Do I? Yeah.
If you need to reload, then yeah, the furthest you can go is behind Kane. Kane's blocking the door.
Let me go back to where I was for a second. Can I squeeze between the bunny and the bookcase? Can I fit there?
Yeah,
or
sure.
Flint?
That's fine. Yeah. It doesn't match doesn't match it perfectly. So.
Yeah, that's fine. That's 2 of my actions.
Mm-hmm.
And then Flint is gonna command thing. He's gonna take a move here to flank, and then he's going to attack.
Get him.
Hopefully not miss this time.
Yeah! 27.
Yay!
Roll crit damage.
I think Flint also gets my bonuses from precision, my hunt thingies. Yes, he does. Okay, good.
Ooh, baby.
He's doing the doggy, like, heavily slapping his toy animal up sideways thing.
He basically grabs and just shakes his head like crazy.
Yeah.
All right, stuffing is going everywhere as this doll is just ripped to pieces. And as this is happening, that really tight area where you're squeezing Arbalist slowly becomes slightly tighter as you turn about, and you can see that the bookcase behind you has returned back to its normal size, as has everything else in this room.
All right. Flint is keeping this bunny.
Including my blood puddles?
There's a tiny blood puddles leading to where Vega's currently sitting.
You mean dying?
Sure. No, you're aggressively laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Kane, can you get a mop for me? So he can mop up Vega.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Am I able to try to heal her right now?
Did you already use
You can't use your thingy medicine, but you can use normal heal check. I think? I'm not sure, actually.
It's shit.
Otherwise, I can potentially do it, but...
You guys, honestly, you guys have the same role, so Arbalist. Yeah, our Arbalist go ahead and stabilize, I guess.
I assume Kane is helping. Next level, I don't have to roll ever again for this.
I know, right?
Sadly for now. Stuck. Well, that sucks.
You would have been leading it, so even my bonus can't help.
Yep. Alrighty. Vega, make me a recovery check, please.
This is where Vega dies?
We can't save her in like 3 rolls.
No, I succeeded.
Indeed.
4 rolls.
You are currently just unconscious.
Okay, we can keep rolling until we succeed.
Normally, you would have to, potentially, yes.
No.
But as you guys are kind of looking at her and trying to help her up.
I think technically it's still a 20, right? To actually get her up and then to roll to heal her.
I forgot exactly what it is, but it's not too easy. As you guys are doing that, another one of these rabbits kind of hops around the corner, and it's carrying a tea set as it kind of doop, 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 and it walks over to Vega, Arbalest, and Kane. You see this as it kind of steps over the pieces of the one that was torn apart, and
It's still in Flint's mouth.
just like fluff is falling out of Flint's mouth, and it just kind of offers a tea set towards Vega while looking up at both Kane and Arbalest.
I mean, yeah. Do you have anything to help her?
She's knocked out, so he's motioning to give the tea to her, but he's small, so
Sure, I'll give the tea to her, I guess. Like, is this going to help her or
he nods.
drown her? Okay, make sure.
Well, when you say drown, that he's like, that's more of a you thing, but if you choose to drown her, yes, probably.
All right, close her
She
nose
can
and
take
pour it in.
You guys are able to feign dangle this into Vega's mouth, fortunately.
Bird feed it in.
Basically, yeah. Do you chew it for her?
Yes, I chew the water for her.
All right,
Choosing
excellent.
not.
I chew the liquid.
Excellent. It's been chewed. And Vega, you are healed by 1, but regardless, you are indeed back as you see you wake to this little rabbit holding a tea set in front of you. What do you do?
I immediately go for his neck.
Okay. You're going to like choke it?
Yes.
Poor guy.
Hey, I don't know the fight's over.
That's fair.
Yeah, Vega. And I'll point at Flynn.
What? Oh.
This is a different one.
I'll look at the bunny and then let it go.
All right.
Yeah, without him, you probably would have died, by the way.
Oh!
Apparently
sorry.
neither me or Kane are capable of helping you at this point.
Wow! Sorry, little buddy.
It's a fluff in its neck like decompresses and fills itself back up as its head's kind of lolling. You squeezed it pretty tight, and it turns about on its heel and motions for you guys to come on downstairs.
May stumble down the stairs just a wee bit.
And as y'all are doing that, Flint does indeed drop the floof, and he looks at you.
He goes back to being cute.
Yeah, he's like being cute. He looks at you, Arbalest, and then kind of looks around the corner from where you guys were.
All right, where's the book?
You want to make Flint go get the book?
Go get the book, boy.
Oh no, that's the corpse. There we go.
Okay.
All right, Flint grabs the book, puts it in his mouth, and he jets on back to you, and he like happily presents it to you, Arbalest.
Bats.
Ah, very happy. Alrighty, and with that, you all head down with said book. Archer seems to be waiting there, reading through something, and he looks up from his book as he sees all of you descending and goes, that wasn't so bad. You weren't there for too long.
I don't remember your stuffed animals being that badass, Arthur.
She says as she literally comes in dripping with blood from every orifice.
Well, isn't that perfectly convenient then? If you wouldn't mind being seated.
Yeah, I'll sit.
Okay. He motions for you all to sit, and as you do, Arthur walks up to you, Vega, with another.
Like walk up to him and drop the book in his lap.
Oh, is Flint good with strangers?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say he's well behaved.
Okay. How would he react if Arthur were to pet him?
Happily.
Excellent. Okay. Arthur gives him a pet, a nod. He smiles as he takes the book, looks over real quick, and like, perfect.
Tail wags.
He places it down on the table. It goes crazy. I can't. I forgot. It's the different button for me. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Forgot. Mine just shift in case. And the really weird cases where I need to add flat-footed and it's not being automated, I have a button for it. But it happens to be F, which is also flip. Anyway, Vega, as he walks over to you, are you keeping a strong face even though you are bleeding everywhere?
Oh, you know it.
He nods at that, whips out his hand in front of you again, and presents the quill. This time it looks a little different.
What's it look like?
While it is still the same shape, you notice there was a somewhat mucky, tar-like, almost vein kind of running through it. One of the main reasons why you only picked it up with, I don't know, would you have like a glove or a towel?
I think I picked it up because I was full health.
Yeah, one of y'all ended up grabbing it, not using your skin, specifically just because it looked wrong, but now it looks cleaner. It almost looks like an ice crystal made of blood in a way. And as he holds it,
cleaner?
Compared to what it was. As he holds it towards, he holds it towards Vega, and you can see it enacts the same reaction from before as it begins to kind of grow limp and it starts like almost wiggling like a wave. towards you, Vega. He's holding it like a good foot from you, but you are hurt, to say the least.
Well, luckily your toy soldiers made plenty of holes for it to go into in Vega.
Yes, that was very well planned of you, Vega. Smart. Glad you thought ahead.
Yeah, it's good to, aerate your blood.
I will,
Very important.
I trust this old man, so I'll reach my hand out.
You didn't have to go that easy on them just to assist me with my research, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, anything to be of assistance to you.
Now, I will say, before I give this to you, it is semi-permanent, as I mentioned before, and I only have one of these. You sure you want it?
Can you split it into 3?
I cannot, but on that note, I can procure more, but I'll need your assistance.
I mean, is that useful? Sure.
Excellent. You might want to sit down.
I am sitting down.
Perfect. Stay seated then. And as he says that, he effectively hands it to you, Vega.
And?
You go to take it?
Yes.
All right. As you do, about an inch or so from your flesh, as you reach for it, it seemingly jumps towards you. And wrapping around your hand, it slinks up your arm, twirling and twirling up along your flesh, looking for an open wound. And as it finds it, the hard pin point re-solidifies, looks around, and delves, pushing directly...
Please stop!
Directly into your open wound. I won't describe the next part for you, but yes, you can feel it moving under your skin, Vega. You can see it moving under your skin. And after a second, while it does hurt, it doesn't actually cause you any damage. It seems after the initial insertion, it's doing its best not to hurt the host, being you. And after a moment, Archer is watching, nodding, and he's kind of following it up your arm. He's like, oh, interesting. Where's it going? And it's gone past your shoulder, past your neck, somewhere into your chest cavity. And he's kind of nodding and waiting. And he's looking at you, Vega, kind of waiting for a response, as if to say, like, and?
Blink, blink, blink.
How do you feel?
The same?
Wonderful. It'll probably take a second or so to kick in, as it acclimates to its new surroundings. Let us sit and talk. I have a moment, and you mentioned an interest in this item. Like I mentioned, I can acquire more, but I'll need your help. He waves his hand, and a few more of the little bunnies kind of come down and offer you all drinks.
Yummy.
Flint gets a bowl of water.
Most excellent. And as he's kind of, getting all this figured out, Flint is already at full health. Thank you, game. I appreciate it. There is indeed something in this tea that feels rejuvenating. And Vega, while the tea seems to be doing something for your health, there's a little extra something inside you. It feels incredibly odd, but Archer does indeed continue. And he says, Vega, I'm sure you recall that item that you helped me get a while back, yes?
Remind me, DM?
The crystal.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
Oh, wait, didn't we find another one?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, and I would still have it on me, right? Because I know what it is.
Yeah.
I would tell him, I had another sliver.
Oh?
And I'll go ahead and pull it out.
Okay. As you show it to him, he nods, but he doesn't seem too excited. And then he asks, where did you find it from?
I will tell him because I don't remember.
Okay. He kind of nods like that.
A weird occult guy was using it to make abominations.
Ah, okay. And after he hears all that, he
said the sky bled and called to him.
worrying. He's nodding.
Ooh, I have his diary.
Oh.
We also have his flash daggers. Or at least Kane has.
W. Would you mind to take a look at those?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
A little
Flesh dagger.
A little bunny walks up to you, Kane, with an empty plate, as if to say, "May I please have dagger?"
Does the bunny look exactly the same as the other one?
They all look exactly the same.
I stab it.
With the dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes the dagger like a pincushion, and the dagger's pretty heavy compared to this one's size, so it kind of slowly drags itself over to
There's two
Arthur.
of them, right?
He doesn't need both, just one.
I mean, you never know. Or maybe Kane wants to stab it twice, you never know.
Did you stab it twice?
Sure, why not?
All right, cool. It really, really has to drag ass to get over there now. And Arthur kind of gives you a look of okay, interesting way to get it over here, but all the same, he looks at them both quickly, can determine that they're effectively the same thing, and he puts one back on the plate, and it like carefully hands it back to you, Kane.
I'll grab it.
Okay, it like runs away over back to Arthur. He gives it a look, and he takes the book, and he puts the book on a plate. Another rabbit kind of runs upstairs with it as he's kind of turning the dagger in his hand and just looking at it as he's speaking. And Vega, as this is all kind of transpiring, slowly you start to feel a little better. Things are shifting inside you.
Does it tingle?
It definitely tingles. You're not entirely sure what's going on, but it's not bad. There are definitely bad tingles. This is a neutral or good tingle. And he looks at you and says, that smaller fragment that you found.
Yes.
Fortunately, you were able to procure it. This is all good, but you may leave it with me if you'd like. You can leave it with the guild. I do not recommend, unless you know what you're doing, attempting to, mess with it, to put it simply.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Fair enough. Now, you see, the one you found for me, though, that was different. Do you recall its size? It was quite large, yes?
Yes, this one's quite small, and it still caused a lot of chaos.
Indeed. For reasons I will not be going into now, I can use the latent ability, the power within these, in order to assist me with...
I nod expectantly, yes.
Yes, removing the corruption from, the item that you brought to me. Unfortunately, these crystals, they scale with size. They're exponentially stronger the larger they are. I've somewhat worked out why that is, but it makes sense.
Have you figured out where they're from yet?
Potentially.
IKEA.
Unfortunately, no. They're from Skypia.
Worse.
Anyway, yes. Anyway, that is a matter for another time, Vega. I'm sure you're aware these are somewhat sensitive topics, yes? You've seen what it does to creatures that cannot handle it, that consume it.
Oh, yeah, I've fought them.
Indeed, you've seen what happens to fools that decide to use it for their own gain.
I mean, I will say that cultist guy used it pretty effectively. I guess after lots of tests.
I mean, he only succeeded once.
I mean, they were all pretty monstrous, so I would say he succeeded more than once.
Yeah, but they were mindless. Only
Yes.
a bad person survived. With his mind.
That's true.
intact-ish.
That's true.
Could he control any of them?
One that we
To a
saw.
degree. As you would control an animal, yes.
Fair enough. Well, fortunately, you stopped him before anything bad could happen. But I can assist you all. And he whips his hand, and he actually has another one of those needles, the quill in his hand. It looks exactly the same as the older corrupt one. I came about one of these in my travels. It looks exactly the same as the one you brought to me. Problem is...
Brand did say they were a bunch.
Hopefully, that is not the case, but yes. I'm aware that he and the church are looking into it. I might need to send a messenger to interrupt him. If each of you would like one, well, they are currently weapons. They're useless. They'll turn regular folk into whatever you had to fight in order to acquire the one that's currently inside you, Vega. It is clean, by the way. You need not worry about infection or anything of that variety. You are safe. But you see, to quickly cut to the point, these are sky crystals, whatever you wish to call them. They do indeed vary in size. And the larger ones, about the size of one that I would need, well, they're rare. And, of course, I could probably convince some folk to just let me borrow one, lend me one. They're hard to come by.
Do you know where one that big is, and how big are we talking?
Fortunately, yes, I do know one of substantial size. And fortunately for you, you are, well, I don't know about you, Obelisk and Kane, but Vega, you still work with the Legraves, correct?
Correct.
Well, fortunately for you, I've been in contact with the Legraves. They owe a certain someone a favor. This certain someone happens to have one of these crystals that I need. If you would like, you may speak with the Legraves, and you can, in any way that you'd like, procure this crystal from this individual and bring it back to me. I'll give you two options. He waves his left hand, and he has a strange box-like device. It is rather small. I'd say it's about like 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. It's a cube. And he says, "This here can store it safely. This is of my own creation, and I'll let you hold on to it, Vega. Not that I don't trust Arbalest and Kane. I think this actually might be more suited towards you, Kane. But fortunately, anyone can indeed use it. You see, this is a trap. Once it's in, only I can get it out. Also, if they have any form or methods of tracking it, there's no possible way they'll know what's in there. You can trust me on that. I don't precisely know your methods, but you can do one of two things with this individual. They are quite unique, I will say. You may try to move in and steal it, potentially making an enemy. I will say it is well guarded. Or you can attempt to get close to them. Like I mentioned, the Legraves owe him a favor anyway. You can get close. You could probably just move in. This device will let you know where it is, will attract it, and once it's in, it's in. And then you can bring it back to me.
Sounds like you know he's not going to give it up.
Of course not. He knows what it is. He's no fool.
All right.
Now, of course, you can replace it with a fake. I can also offer that, made very easily. While I say he's no fool, he's also not, well, he doesn't precisely know what it is, yes?
I will take a fake just in case we decide to go that route.
Of course, of course. Now, I don't think he'll give it to you. At least willingly. He might. I don't know how, well, silver-tongued you are. But most simple options. Get close to the man. Get into his good graces. Find a way into his back room. Get him drunk. I don't know. Whatever you wish. Take it. And merely excuse yourself when you're done. Shouldn't be too
All
hard.
right.
I assume you're interested.
I mean, sure, but do you mind if I ask what you're going to do with it?
Oh, of course. You recall our conversation from earlier, Vega, yes?
Yes.
Yes, I was what? He sees, like, legit thinking to himself. I forgot how long ago it was, but regardless, let's just say that issue has not resolved itself, and I'm looking into things.
Remind me which conversation, Ben?
There's just some shit happening, basically. Some not so great things.
The stuff we don't remember in the caves.
Yeah, he kind of,
Oh,
pretended
those?
like,
Okay.
oh, there was a giant, like, lightning worm. Why was that in there? So that's a problem. Nature's fighting back. This is weird. Good job on killing it, basically. So that's already bad. Basically, the way he described it made it sound like there's some bad shit going on anyway that isn't necessarily natural. Like, that thing was not, it wasn't supposed to be there. That wasn't, it's natural habitat.
Okie dokes.
Yeah. And he's intentionally being vague for Arbalest and Kane. And looking at you, he says, of course, I'm willing to be lenient. I'm aware this is a rather dangerous job. I don't know you very well, Arbalest and Kane. And currently, I can only offer you one of these items. I might be able to procure a third. I know that you know, Bran. He might be able to find that for you easier. Or you might run into one yourself. You can bring it back to me. Then, that too, I can uncorrupt for you.
We'll keep our eyes open for one.
Of course. During this conversation, Vega, you are feeling more and more healthy every minute.
This is great. I like this.
I mean, honestly, with our luck, we're probably going to run into a few more of these anyway.
I mean, I kind of
Probably.
want to because they're defiling the dead.
Yeah. We're going to have to have a talk about that, by the way.
Have a talk about what?
Defiling the dead and your goddess.
All right.
He looks over to you, Kane. Did you introduce yourself with just your first name?
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even look. Did you decide your family name or no?
Oh, I think I wrote it down in my personal notes, but I didn't send it to you.
Okay, well, what would your family name be?
Give me a second.
Sure.
It's a secret. Can't just ask that.
I mean, it is a secret.
Even to the DM.
The DM needs to know all the secrets.
Nah. Even the DM doesn't know that Arbalest technically has a massive Magnum shotgun in his pocket.
Just casually in your pocket.
Just casually.
He doesn't know how it works, so he doesn't talk about it, but...
There we go.
Okay. I would say, how well known, and you said you didn't use your last name?
No.
Okay. How well known is your family?
I mean, they'd only be known by like a small group, so probably not very.
Okay, fair enough.
He might know them because he's just like big, powerful archmage.
Yeah, I would say he should be in tune with a lot of random people.
Yeah. So if you didn't give the name, he's not going to say anything.
No, I didn't.
Perfectly fair. He says basically he's saying this to both. Vega already trusts Arthur. She's spoken with him before, but for Kane and Arbalest, he basically asked, "Are these terms acceptable?"
I mean, it works for me.
I don't see why not. Although there is a request I have of you.
Yes.
Simple question, honestly. I don't normally just get the chance to speak to an Archmage after all. You seem like you get around. Do you happen to know, well, anything about these tattoos?
He leans forward and gets a good look at them. And he nods again as you show more. He only can see a small chunk of it as you glance down, but now that you're showing
I'll
more.
show him the entire thing if he wants to.
Yeah. He would definitely ask for that, and he nods as if he's almost kind of impressed, and goes, "Huh, interesting. You said you do not know where these come from?"
I have no memories of my past whatsoever. I do not know where or when I come from.
Interesting. That might benefit you. I can say that I do indeed know the origin of those. It is, as I'm sure you could guess, somewhat complicated, as no one's commented on them before, yes?
Yes, I assume, well, with how rare my kind is, that it was a long time ago. Though I don't know. I would assume also that there are still people like me around, but apparently that isn't the case. Or maybe they're rare, or they're from an entirely different region. I don't know.
They are indeed from a different region. I'm not sure how you arrived on this continent, but I will say, Arbalest, your people are not from here. They're from overseas, nearer the mountainous regions. Like I said, am aware. I don't know if you wish to keep this secret from your allies or any reason, or how much you can trust the two. And he looks to you, Vega and Kane. Not that you're untrustable, of course. Arbalest seems like a good person.
Well, since I don't know anything anyway, I don't mind if they find out about my past.
Fair enough. We'll include this in on the payment, yes? I can go ahead and tell you now, of course.
Sure.
You see, well, let's not go over the entire history of your people. For you guys, I mentioned this before. I need to... My brain doesn't always work, apologies. I have a calendar. So there was about a little over 100 years ago from where we are now, there was a great war that ended. There was a lot of shit going on. I mentioned it before. For the most part, the world has kind of like calmed down, but it's one of the reasons why teleportation magic and things of that nature they are used, but under heavy regulation. It used to be a bit more open, but now due to that specifically, and like some other magics and such that I won't really get into, people were on edge. But it's been about 100-something years from like that point, so people have mostly forgotten about it, to the point where a lot of folk look down on this war even happening in the first place. A lot of folk call it the Waste War because effectively nothing happened. There were a lot of big players in said war. This was obviously before our initial campaign, Vega. In terms of like people that would probably remember it, weirdly enough, if Kovu remembers everything, yeah, he'd probably remember. Kiara and Sarabi would be aware of it, definitely, because they live a while.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so they would definitely be aware of said war. But he lets you know...
Waifu is cheating with metadata.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess any of you that have longer-lived races would be aware of it. The thing is, it's not a secret. Like, everyone knows about this war. It's just something we don't really talk about anymore because, as per usual, nations do things to other nations that they probably regret after. So, not so great. And it's been 100 years, so people have, like I said, calmed down. Rulers are dead, moved on. So, a lot of the general anger has just entirely dissipated, and things are doing very well, actually, as of current. He lets you know, though, without going into too much detail, that near the beginning of the war, some people actually blame your kingdom for starting it. Unfortunately, there's not enough detail on it, but he says you're from a small kingdom, throw this in chat, called Elidir. And they indeed follow the same tenets that you sent me before in secret. But you guys all know this location is known for one thing, and it's probably why you have not seen anyone of your kind, Arbalest. Arthur says as he kind of, flicks through a book that's just suddenly in his hands, and he turns it to you guys, showing you an illustration that spans both pages. He says, the primary reason, Arbalest, you probably do not know yourself or your people, is this event occurred before the war. I'm almost entirely certain the memory is locked away in there somewhere. I'm sure if we say the right words, if you go to the right places, maybe you'll remember. Regardless, you are who you are now. I will say, do not, especially if you are to go overseas, show off your tattoo if you can at all help it. There are some people that will very much look down on the folk from your region. The image that he shows you is essentially a giant crater, and I mean like huge, between two mountains where this kingdom used to stand. And in the center of this crater is the corpse of a titan, an absolutely massive, multi-100-foot tall entity. These things helped fight in the war, and its bones and ash, or like whatever leftover remedies of it, are just the center of this crater.
He's showing an image, right?
Yeah, it's a drawing.
It was a good history check or something. See if I can recall knowledge or something.
What are you trying to get exactly?
Basically, I want to see if Arbalest has any like latent memories. Like, does he know the name of the mountains, basically? If they had any.
Without needing to roll, I'll let you decide this. If you want this image to like awaken a latent memory, I'll allow that.
I mean, only small things. Like, if the two mountains had names, I would probably recall them.
Oh, they definitely did. I don't have them on hand, so if you want to make them up, you can, or I'll make them up later. But they were definitely named mountains. People know where this location is.
Putting me on the spot. Quick, mountain names.
Honestly, I'm horrible with coming up with like location names at once because I I tend to follow the same naming structure. But if you want to remember them, we can just say that you indeed do.
Yes, the Dawn Sister and the Dusk Sister.
Sure.
Okay. And he just like says those two names unaware of it himself, basically.
He nods along at that. Nowhere on that page were those mountain names written. It is just a picture. He turns the page and there is very little info on this. And he smirks as if to saying, you got it. And he closes the book.
Well, that proves that the memories are still there, though. I guess I should be sad that my people are gone. But honestly, I can't feel anything as of it. Too distant. It means nothing to me.
I don't think all of them are gone. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, some people tend to blame your folk for the war starting in the first place. They tend to blame you for, not everyone, of course. There are some folk that we are entirely aware push things too far. I don't know if these individuals are dead now, or merely in hiding, but they're currently not an issue.
Well, you've given me more information about anything about me, honestly, than I've been able to find in the past half year, so thank you for that. I'll be sure to help you with your request.
He smiles at that, and he looks to you, Vega, as if to say, you found a very interesting friend.
I smile. It's a gift.
Looking past Vega to Kane, you wouldn't have to be hiding any tragic history, would you?
I just shrug.
And he laughs at that, and then says, well, effectively that's all I have to show you. Vega, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Excellent. So, during this time, y'all been sitting on it for a while. He technically had it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of your inventory, Arbalest, and throw it into yours, Vega.
Right.
It is an unusual object. It's a very unusual object. Let's see. Do I push?
I still can't identify it, sadly.
Indeed. I'm just going to go ahead and identify it. There we go. All right, cool. All right. This boy is an item that I decided to rename into something else. It is now in your inventory, Vega. And there it is.
When you invest this item?
Yes.
That's attuning, basically.
You can attune up to 10 freaking items.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
I know, right?
Okay.
I love it.
Wait, it gains resistance to negative damage?
If you happen to run into it, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That just means you lower the damage by 1, I believe.
Do I need to add that to my resistances and my...
Should add it itself
sheet?
if you invest it.
Most things are automatic. I wouldn't touch it right now. It is currently worn. Oh, dear God.
You might need to invest it as well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's currently worn and invested. There's a little crystal. You see that in your so it's in your actual inventory under equipment. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So that little crystal means invested. You can invest in up to 10 items, which is quite a few. I won't get into like the details. Obviously, I guess a good example. If you have a belt that gives you plus 5 health, you can't invest in 10 belts. You can only pick one. So they have to be unique, et cetera, et cetera. But it even tells you what invested means if you're interested. But basically, yeah. have a cool magic item. There's lots. I'll keep throwing them at you because they're fun. Effectively, you just heal for 1 HP.
Yes, you can hover over the tags.
You can hover over tags and it will tell you what they do. So magical, transmutation, uncommon, invested, blah, blah, blah. Basically, this was an ion stone or an own stone. They spell them weird. It's like an aeon stone. I basically turned it into this thing instead because there's so many items that have like lore implications and I don't want to mess with that implication and I want to make it weird and gross. So now you got a little worm floating in you, Vega. Congratulations.
Yay.
Yay.
Your favorite.
Yeah, who doesn't like worms? This is the friend worm, though. Maybe I can change that picture to a little, I don't know, nasty looking thing. We'll see. But yes, now you...
Please don't.
Okay.
Symbiote.
Effectively, yeah. So now you got this little boy inside you, and you heal 1 HP every minute. So because you're dying so frequently, I told you guys, I would slowly introduce these just because there's only 3 of you. It makes combat a little harder. You guys are missing basically 3 actions per round, which is not great from another person. Yeah. So this should help with healing and such. Obviously, it's 1 per minute, so it's useless for the most part. Combat should never last 10 rounds, unless we're doing something crazy. But it's basically useless.
I mean, maybe we'll have like an 11-round find and Veka's down at the 10th round and gets healed by this.
That would be amazing, honestly. So that can happen, technically, and it will bring you up. But basically, after combat, you can fix yourself up, Vega. But because there's only 3 of you, it's really hard to daisy chain recovery effects.
Medicine checks.
Yeah, medicine checks because you can't, like Arbalest can't fix Vega and Kane at the same time. And if you use combat medicine, then that person's now immune to any effect for like an hour. So Vega, this kind of puts a quicker band-aid on you effectively. So they don't need to worry about you as much, but it's only 1 HP.
Excellent.
Yeah, it doesn't scale either. So once you have like 50 HP, it's good. Not as good, but at these levels, it'll be nice. And yeah, with all that, he basically just lets you know that that's effectively it. If you have any more questions for him, you're more than welcome to ask. He is asking quite a bit of you, but you're getting something out of it too, so.
Hey, this is your time. Ask for a bunch of magic.
The silent treatment.
He's thinking loudly.
I don't want your magic anyway. Angrily ooh-woos.
Ooh-woo.
Oh god, fired.
Oh, he's AFK.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to assume no questions need to be asked then. Vega, did you have anything you wanted?
He could ask for that, that uncommon spell that he wants to have.
This is very true. Did you want to ask for anything, Vega? Or you basically good?
I did actually want to know if he knew anything about what the corrupted things are being used for. I don't know, maybe he heard rumors about what this crazy guy was up to.
The long and short of it, the answer he can give you is effectively he doesn't know because it's not necessarily a new phenomenon, but he'll let you know that there have... So when you tell him about what happened in the caves, do you tell him everything, like the power and the symbols and all that, or do you leave anything out?
Yeah, I tell him everything.
Okay.
Start explaining the triangles and you damage him.
Okay. Can't try you back for this, so I'll wait a second.
I mean, do you also tell him about the place of power? Don't know, right? I think King wants to keep that a secret.
Yeah, I need Kane for that.
Oh, I guess I can leave that part out.
Well, in that case, Arbalest can have his discussion with Vega about something. So I was actually planning on leaving town.
Okay, where to? What for?
Well, honestly, anywhere that could potentially have information about my people, but that's no longer necessary at this point. However, I was also, with the current circumstances, thinking back about some of the things that I was told back in the temple. When people like me get returned from the land of the dead, it usually comes with a price. Usually it's a task, help out with this or to help us with that. Something involving undead, usually, or something else involving souls or spirits, you name it. Usually we also don't get explained this on our return.
Wait, so you don't know what your task is?
Yes.
How are you supposed to complete it then?
Well, as I've said, with the same way I found Flint, we tend to attract watchers, or people who are affiliated with gods of death. And I'm looking at you at this point.
Ah, okay.
Or champions of the car, so to speak. So on that point, I just want to say I have decided to stick around you for a bit. See where this leads.
Great. That works perfect for me.
Yes, and well, pointing at Arthur, it has already borne fruit. I don't think I would have been able to find out more about my ancestry anywhere else, honestly.
Arthur is quite well known.
Yes. So, as far as that goes, I assume that following you around will inevitably get me to a point where I need to fix something. And I guess I'll find out what it is at that point.
I do still want to find out what's going on with all these dead things because not what my god is all about.
Yes. I don't remember anything from the... They were talking about this place where the souls go. Does your... above board, does your land of the dead have a name?
No, I haven't thought about that yet. But it
Well, they
probably,
told-
it probably
I
should.
don't remember anything about this insert name here place. I don't have any memories of it. Supposedly I was living there, according to records from other Duskwalkers. They have, well, some of them have memories from that place still. I don't, sadly.
I wonder if you met my goddess. Suddenly interested.
Maybe, but from what I heard, the gods themselves don't necessarily reside there, just their arbiters.
That's possible. Wait, how old are you? Can you tell from the tattoos? Like, were those tattoos unique to the war or unique to the people?
Technically, I can't answer that yet.
But when you say unique to the people, you see Arthur nod, as if to say, yeah.
So everyone would have gotten the tattoos, even if they weren't involved with the war?
Correct.
So technically Arbalest could be really young, right?
Like, how much has Arthur told me about the tattoos specifically? Like, does he know anything specific or not really?
He just told you that everyone that was a member of said nation had the tattoo. And there might still be people running around, so do not lose hope. He has not met anyone personally. Only you.
So he doesn't know about the function, basically.
No. The book tries to take a neutral stance. Vega, if you have read about this in the past, if you were interested, I'd say Kane probably did. Some books, depending on the publisher, just firmly place blame in Eladier, saying like they screwed with the gods, they disrespected the ex-god, or they did this and they tried to blah 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 blah. Therefore, they started all of it. It's all their fault. And others are like, something happened, we don't know. They kind of kept themselves away from society, and we don't know. So don't put all the blame on them. So depending on who the author is, you guys are either the worst or victims. Who knows?
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna say that he doesn't answer, but he instinctively starts like reaching his hand out to you, and he does like the, that scene from Full Metal Alchemist where Armstrong and the other lieutenants hold hands, or the husband from Teacher, like the manly grip.
The manly grip handshake, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he basically does that to Vega, and nothing happens, and he's kind of confused about it, but I don't know honestly.
Okay.
And he's still looking at his hand like, why did I do that?
Well, I guess it's on the docket.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that know about it apparently, so I'm sure there's more information about it out there.
At your visible confusion, Flint kind of comes over to you, Arbalest, and nuzzles against your hand.
Scratches.
Very happy.
Like, the only weird thing about it, aside from that itself, is that he did it with his left hand. Like the hand with the tattoo.
This whole time, Arthur is definitely watching. Normally, he'd be like, all right, done with the conversation?
You
Peace.
know that Arbalest is not left-handed, by the way. He's right-handed. But he did like the sticking out his hand with his left hand.
Well, that just means you're getting some memories back. Or there's a lot of muscle memory in there.
I mean, I do think there's still muscle memory left, but otherwise, he points at his crossbow. I wouldn't have been able to, Well, I'm sure we'll find out. Or I'll find out at least.
I am on a search for more info in general, so yes.
Maybe one day we'll head, that way. We'll see. Would I have any memories of like the Titans? They existed before then, right?
Yes. So they're not. It's very similar to we're in a magic world. So I love the idea that like you can't necessarily be an atheist in the sense that you don't believe in the gods because they have a physical presence, but you can you can believe that they're like full shit. That's totally okay.
It's more a case of secret knowledge.
Yes, exactly.
To get, right?
Yeah, so like Titans and such, there's bones of one, and there's nothing that's that big. So it's one of those like, well, there's physical proof, but
is this like Nausicaa where there's just giant bones everywhere?
Not everywhere, but in certain locations, yes. And the thing is, the war. This is the one thing I'm kind of fighting with slightly with Fantasy World. I don't know. We can kind of like double discuss how old Sarabi and Kiara are. But I think I told you, babe, I'm not a huge fan of player characters, or even myself playing someone that I was like, oh, I've been alive for 1,000 years. That's really hard because how do you even like comprehend living that long? Like we've been alive for like 30 years, thousands of years. Like it's like almost not impossible to roleplay, but very, 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 very difficult. That, and it's hard to have secret information because like, oh yeah, that happened yesterday for me. You know what I mean? Effectively, or
Sarabi and Kiara never left Chabi, did they?
Right. So, well,
yeah, the way I picture them, the only way to play a character like that is that they were very selfish and secluded.
Yes, that works perfectly. So definitely keeping along those like lines. I wouldn't say they're definitely well documented, but there is dispute as to whether or not these titans actually exist. Obviously, some folk can say that the bones are fake, planted there by something. Maybe that's like a dead god. Who knows? But they quote unquote exist. So it depends who you're talking to.
Yeah, like Arbalest isn't disputing any of that.
Yeah.
Gods do exist. He just doesn't, follow them.
Perfectly fair. In terms of these things, some folk think they created our world. Some folk think it's their duty to guard our planet from just like, threats, which is why they, helped during the war. Some people think they were machines or some like magic that were just created to help fight the war. A lot of different folk aren't really entirely sure. Some people worship them and want them to come back. And like, even though there is peace in the world, they want to like unify. So there's a lot going on with them. Something that large and powerful is going to attract weirdos.
Like we're going to arrive in Eladir and like there's a massive transportation circle out the entire continent.
Oh no!
This is fine.
But yes, Kane.
Yeah. And that's when you find out I'm actually an what's it called again?
Alchemist?
No, not an alchemist.
Oh.
The what they made, homunculus.
Oh, homunculus.
Homunculus. Yeah.
Homunculus.
I am actually God.
I think those are in this game.
Father homunculuses. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are actually very easy to make as well.
There's a lot of random shit. Actually, yeah, homunculus are technically, if you're going by like the name, they're like level 1. They're like babies, basically. They're effectively your familiar.
They're minions.
Yeah, they're basically minions. But like a true homunculus, a whole other thing. So, okay, they were asking. They're talking to Artur. We'll end on this note, since you guys basically agreed to help. They are telling Artur everything about the cave. Are you keeping that place of power a secret, Kane?
I mean, I feel like he already knows about it or could easily find out, so I'll just tell him.
Okay, cool.
Actually, that's a good point. He's super strong.
I mean,
Like he can probably feel it.
Watch him go. You found a what? That's mine now.
Yes, except for the second sentence. So you mention, which one do you mention first? The weird triangle or the place of power?
Probably weird triangle.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So flashback ever so slightly. This whole conversation, like I mentioned before, he's basically done with you guys, and he's incredibly busy. So he was basically saying, y'all can leave now, until Arbalest, he started doing the weird, like, I'm kind of remembering things. And the more he started talking Arbalest, the more he settled himself down, kind of put his book down, and went, oh, yeah, hold up. Like, this is unique.
Scribble.
Yeah, effectively. He's very, very clearly paying attention to what's going on here. And by this point, Vega, the little rabbit, has brought the book back and placed it on the table, bowed, and kind of walked away. And he has also given back the knife.
Actually, I want to scoop out the bunny and ask if I can keep one.
You want to keep one?
Yes.
Flint still has one in his jaw right now.
To do housework for me when we're settled in.
Eating it.
It's his teddy. It's, he needs a toy.
You can keep one. It cannot travel too far from this location, as in, essentially, these forests and Torello, but yes.
Oh, well then there's no point in keeping it. All right.
And you could set him to work as, Omen's keeper.
You want to bring it on your travels?
Yeah.
Well, how about I work one up for you, Vega, and allow it to travel with you as a reward?
Oh, yes, that would be fun.
Excellent. I assume this form is suitable for you.
Oh, it's so cute.
Perfect. And he kind of smirks at that. And then after you guys kind of finish your conversation, he allows you guys to say, we found this, we found that. Talking about the triangle, as you guys are saying, we found he kind of not glosses over, but he's like almost waiting for you guys to finish. Very clearly interested in that, so he leans forward a little. And then you mention the other large symbol that you found. He leans forward a little further. And he smirks. Especially since, Kane, you said you effectively found a way to make it work for you. And he kind of slowly nods along to that. Says, quite interesting. Where was this located precisely? Near a small village outside of Torello, you said?
Guarded by a giant spider, yes. Who's very nice, by the way.
Nice giant spider.
Kind of guarded.
I have no reason to quarrel with a beast. You can worry not.
Cast meteor swarm.
Just nukes it from orbit.
Goodbye.
Excavates the entire cave.
Seriously. Well, it's gone now.
What's a cave?
But he essentially says, you found something quite interesting, Kane. I'll have to send someone to document it. I won't be locking it off, but I'll probably clean the place up a bit. I'm sure you don't mind. You did find it first, after all.
We just don't want it used for bad things, that's all.
I mean, you could definitely use some cleanup, all that blood.
Indeed.
I mean, we did get rid of the bad circle.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Of course. I will ensure it is entirely taken care of. Let us just say, Kane, you found something quite potent. We'll also add this to your payment, yes? I'll ensure no one else is able to find it, except for you and your group, of course. Regarding the other symbol you found, though, Vega.
It felt so wrong.
This is not surprising. He's thinking and choosing his next words very carefully. I don't need to ask if you trust me. I would assume you do, with everything that we've shared amongst ourselves. Vega, you'll have to believe me when I say that you have potentially run into something like this once in your past. You might not entirely remember it, but you have.
I frown. When?
In the cave. Do you recall?
Is this the same cave with the tently thing?
He nods. And
Okay.
You're remembering like a worm, but not. It was extra gross. The more you're remembering it, the more you just ugh.
I stopped
It's
remembering.
weirdly vivid.
Yeah. In fact, yes. The more you remember, the more you're like, why can I visualize this so well? It's annoying actually every time you think about it. Let us just say that this creature that you ran into, the one that your team fortunately were able to fell, someone was tinkering with it. It should not have been there, as was mentioned, and an unsavory individual brought it there, attempting to use that as bait. Fortunately, I was able to disrupt it, as was your group. If you find any more of these, though, please do not hesitate to tell me. In fact, what I would say, destroy them. Be incredibly careful you ought to do this. There's a possibility that within the second you attempt to disrupt it, if it is accurately constructed, you could lose your mind, especially if you're not prepared. And it will feel like an eternity.
Noted.
This is fine.
He nods. You can tell he's being very serious about this. His tone kind of darkened a little, and the lights in the room have dimmed ever so slightly. And he says, if you find anything at all that resembles the same feeling, I do not want you to engage it, unless you absolutely have to. And if you do, be careful who you tell about it.
I mean, if it's getting used in those despicable rituals, I kind of have to disrupt it.
He nods, understandably. Your gusto, go get him, is definitely admirable. Just be careful, yes?
Always.
Maybe next time she'll remember that she has the avert gaze ability as well.
We can try.
All right, well. And with that, I do believe we are done here, yes?
Yes, thank you for your help.
Anytime. Go meet with the Legraves. He should be able to fill you in, and you'll be on your merry way. I'll see you in, a week's time or so? Maybe 2?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Take your time. As I mentioned, Kincaid is a very eccentric individual. Don't rush things with him. I believe in you all. You can do it.
All right.
And with that, he stands, giving you all a bow, and shows you all on out. We will basically turbo jump back on over to the Legraves location.
As I heal up during the walk.
Just squeeze the pain away.
I mean, we have time to do it while we walk, right? Maybe some medicine checks.
Oh, I don't need any help. I feel great by the end of the walk.
Pretty much, yes. You definitely can do it while you're walking, but you can also do it when you are somewhere cleaner and indoors. Totally up to you, though.
I don't think I get any penalties for doing it while I walk, so...
No, you don't. It's just takes long to
it's an exploration thing anyway, so...
Yep.
Okay, help me patch myself up. Or you patch me up, I don't know.
Help me stop dying, please.
I mean, I'm not as bad as the
fine.
both of them were, so... medicine check, where are you?
Yeah, don't do medicine check, do the treat wounds instead.
Oh.
It's under utility. That way it should roll the heal as well, if you succeed. If you crit, it should automatically roll that too.
Or fail and you'll die.
That too.
No, I think I'll succeed.
There you go.
And how long is this walk?
It's definitely some ways. If you want,
If it's like an hour, I'm gonna basically do the entire thing and double it.
Excellent. Arbalest is feeling very much less dead. And after, I think it's about an hour or two outside of Torello, you guys will indeed be back at the LaGraves, and they'll fill you in next week. But before we peace out, let me see if, so I have a macro that's supposed to add experience, but I also have this other fancy little add-on that apparently can do it too. So let's see if this one works. Flint, you don't get experience. Get out of here.
I mean, he just levels up when I do. So,
Exactly.
so technically he levels up.
All right. Let's see. You guys are currently at 290, correct? All right. Let's see how fast this one is. Because this one is officially gauged into here. Please work.
Oh my god, Flint also has a hero point.
Is it auto assign? Does that work?
Crazy.
Ooh, that looks fancy. Look how cute that is. All right, did that work?
Yep.
Was it faster?
I assume so. I'm not sure if it's delaying, so...
Yeah.
Mine was against me.
Yeah, yours is basically instant. Okay, cool. Yeah, that means I can have one more macro on my bar.
At the very least, it looks better. So.
Yay, more.
It also looks cooler. This is very true. Yeah, I realize there's a little button in the corner, along with me being able to request like weird rolls from you guys. Yeah, it also has this fancy little thing, which is absolutely dope. Okay, cool. So with all that, realistically, Kane, you'll be healed by just kind of, resting and chit-chatting, because you only took 2 damage, well, since getting murdered.
He can help himself as he walks.
Exactly. Help yourself, Kane. Jeez. So rude.
Yeah, just roll a net.
I don't wanna.
Net 1.
Here, let's see what
Stop
I would have
yourself.
rolled. That's fine.
Nice. Excellent.
I can't wait for next level when I stop having to roll.
Yeah, just say, hey, I did it. I did it. You
Okay.
proud of me, Mom? Thank you.
All
right.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. If he took a feat. Insurance.
I'm going for assurance. Yeah.
Assurance. Yeah, sorry. Insurance. Yes, it's also insurance.
I have insurance.
To not murder yourself.
No.
Alrighty.
This is
So, yes, we will prepare for our next foray into battle and such next week. Meeting with a bro, a guy, a whole ass dude. I hope you're prepared.
Oh,
a whole lad.
like, Arbalist has never met him, but he already hates him, so...
Perfect. That's the kind of energy I want.
Oh, yes.